Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Downtime with Downstar, episode 143. And today we are here with Aaron Gahagen from VTEC Academy.
Damn, I was so close. I should have waited like another month. I could be on 169.
169. Well, today is 143, and tomorrow is Valentine's Day. It's Love Day, bro.
It's always Love Day.
That's the code.
Hey.
Do you remember? Pager codes 143.
Oh,
that's love, dog.
No, I just remember 911
That one still works to this day.
or 304.
304 was that?
Oh,
Oh.
but I'm a little bit older than you.
How old
I
are
didn't
you?
have enough money to get a pager back then.
No,
Nah,
I
43.
43.
She had a birthday in January.
Oh, happy birthday, dude! Happy belated.
Too late. Wrong month, bro.
Sorry, bro.
It's like saying Happy New Year. It's too long. No,
when does the Happy New Year go away, dude? If you haven't seen anybody, is it weird right now?
I think you got a week.
Because I haven't seen you. Happy New Year, bro.
Oh man, thanks. I haven't seen you since November.
It was SEMA, right?
Yep.
It seems like when
In the
we always
FCS booth.
see each other. Where?
In the FCS booth? Wasn't it? Mm-mm. When you did, you were doing your Downtime with Downstar live.
Oh, CSF.
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 FCS.
You're right.
There's a lot of acronyms.
Dude, that was just November. And to me that feels like fucking a year ago, bro. I mean, it was last year, but it feels legit like a year ago. It feels so long ago, man.
Dude, I went on vacation second week of January for like 8 days.
Yeah.
It feels like it could have been 5 years ago.
Right? Yeah, me too. We went to Japan for auto salon. It doesn't feel like a month ago when literally it was like a month ago. Where'd you go to vacation?
We went to Ixtapa, Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Club Med down there. It's a nice resort, kind of more like family centric.
Yeah.
Went with my family and the in-laws, and it was all good.
Nice, dude. It wasn't like bad Mexico?
Bad.
There's two Mexicos, if anybody doesn't know. There's good Mexico and bad Mexico.
It's mostly all good.
Yeah.
I find that, I mean, it's just like here. There's parts you don't want to go.
Yeah.
But then you got Calabasas, where I was just at getting dirty looks from old ladies.
Because of your shirt. I like that, dude. I never seen that. There's a Hasport shirt, and what's the back say on it?
If you're not getting mounted by Hasport, you're just getting screwed.
That's hard, dude. Is that an old tee?
Well, they did it back in the day.
Yeah.
And they just brought it back.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to get one. Shout out to Brian.
I think the original one has a different logo on front.
Really?
They didn't have the bolt.
That's
bolt
what's
man
up,
back
man.
then.
So before we get even deeper, dude, give us a quick breakdown of who you are and what you do.
My name is Aaron. I'm with VTEC Academy, and actually one of the co-creators of VTEC Academy with Brian Gillespie and Aaron Bonk. I was born in the former Soviet Union. I came over to New Jersey, where my dad worked in a liquor store, and he worked himself up, and he bought the liquor store, and I created Wine Library. Oh, that's Gary V.
Oh, I was like, Soviet Union? What?
I always wanted to do that. Yeah, I listened to a lot of podcasts at work, and before Downtime with Downstar was on YouTube, you know, I'd be listening to like Your Mom's House,
Yeah.
Gary V, Joe Rogan here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just beating my head every time he starts off. It's like, bro, we know.
I've never listened to him
Really?
before. I'll listen to Gary Vee on like some clips and things like that, but the way that he goes about motivating, it's not my style, you know. No knock to him or anything, but I just wish he would give a little more practical advice, you know, and that's kind of why I gravitated more towards like Andy Frisella. You listen to him?
Did he do the his podcast?
That was an MFCEO.
It sounds really familiar. I feel like there was one that Brian would listen to a lot
Got you.
when I lived in Phoenix,
Yeah.
and it sounds familiar.
So this one is it's called the MFCEO, and his company is First Form, and they do like supplements like for workout and things like that. But he started out from like nothing, from dirt poor to 100 millionaire, and he actually talks about like the struggles, the things it took to get there, and like ways to think about things, and just the lessons that he's learned over time, and I feel like with Gary Vee, it's just a lot like it's always the same answer. Let's go do it. Let's go do this. And then just have it. It's like I get it, but some people need a little more help than that. It's not usually that easy.
Well,
I
don't know. I feel like that's what a lot of people need. And it just depends on where you're at in what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like the video thing with VTEC Academy. Before VTech Academy, there was Nacho Speed Garage.
Yeah. Damn, I remember that.
Before Nacho Speed Garage, it was me and my friend Sean, and we would just work on our cars at his house. And we're like, oh, we should start a video show.
Yeah.
But we didn't, because we'd be like, well, we need this camera, we need these lights, we need this mic, and we need to block off this much. Shooting cars, like especially how-tos or builds, it can take forever, especially if a two-man crew.
Yeah.
So I think in that case, if we would have been listening to Gary Vee back in 2010, that thing might have blown up.
Yeah. No, I feel you. It makes a lot of sense, just go up and go do it.
Because a lot of people, it's just fear of failure.
Yeah.
And guess what? You either fail or you don't. And if you fail, you just try again. Like, that part's not hard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. And like I was saying before the podcast, like if you want to get ahead with whatever you're doing, you have to do more than you would usually do to be able to get ahead, because it's all just time. You got to just put in the time. So if, like, even back in 2010, even if you started doing small things but just were consistent with it,
dude, it could have been so sick. It was before YouTube was paying out bucks.
Yeah.
So if you could start getting a following before that, and you start doing it when they start paying, before they had to split it out wider, man,
you'd be killing it, man.
I would not be working at a TV news station.
Yeah. So where are you working? What is your day job, dude?
My real job right now is television news editor.
Okay.
In San Diego, and yeah, I'm working to get out of there.
Really?
It's TV news is a lot like porn, because if you can do it and do it well, you can always find work.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that can edit really well, do beautiful stuff. You throw them in a news environment and stuff doesn't make air. Stuff has air. Like, I've seen it all the time. People are really talented, but they can't hack it in that kind of environment.
Yeah.
And it could either be, you're cutting voiceovers for opens that are really just chop shop stuff, or you could be doing franchise pieces, sweeps pieces, like more produced pieces. You got to have that flexibility. And a lot of people don't have that. So it's good and bad, because I tried to get out of news once before, and freelance kind of dried up a little bit, and I went back to news just because I know if they hire me, I can do it, no problem.
Yeah. So say like a typical day at your work, what would you have to be doing?
Well, basically I have two different kinds of typical days. I have the weekends where I work mornings. So I get into work at 2:30 a.m. And
wait. 2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. What the hell?
Well, and the thing is, that's 40% of my schedule.
God.
The other 3 days a week, I work 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. So that's normal.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly shifting from a normal life schedule to waking up at 1:30 a.m. to go to work.
Good Lord.
It has been tough.
I bet
it was way tougher than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And I've been there way longer than I thought it would be. Because as soon as, I've all of a sudden I got this interest in sleep studies, because I'm tired all the time.
Yeah.
So I looked it up, and they said if you're short 1 hour of sleep, it can take up to 4 days of regular sleep to make up for that. But every Saturday morning, I'm shorting myself about 5 hours.
Wow.
Because you can't go to sleep early.
Yeah.
Because you're not on that schedule going into your Monday. My Monday is a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So, and then I can kind of get to sleep a little bit earlier on Saturday night to get ready for Sunday.
Is Sunday the same schedule?
Sunday's the same schedule.
Oh, wow.
So, But I go from 5 hours of short sleep to 4 hours. So every weekend I'm losing about 9 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And that just messes up your stomach. Like when it's not my days that I'm waking up, then I'm still waking up at 3, 4. Today I woke up at 3:30.
Damn.
For no good reason.
Yeah. What time you usually go to sleep? Like, what time will you go to sleep tonight, you think?
Tonight, well, I'm going to be at the hotel. I'll be
Yeah.
editing video. So whenever I feel like it. Because usually I have, at bedtime, it's get the kids ready for bed from like 7:15 to 8:30.
Yeah.
And then by the time I'm done with that, I'm just done.
Shit, man.
But I have to make myself stay awake so I can fall asleep early enough to get decent sleep on my regular days.
I heard that when they do the time change for like
Oh yeah,
daylight savings, that there's a spike in like accidents that happen just because it just messes up people's schedules. They're not thinking right, and they're just
Yeah, dude. Like when I go to work on Monday, and these people have had all weekend off and got regular sleep all during the week, and they come in and they fuck up. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what is your excuse? Because pretty much, I mean, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
But pretty much 1 to 2 mistakes in a month, maybe.
Yeah.
When I'm coming in on 3 hours of sleep on a Saturday morning, like,
yeah,
what is everybody else's excuse? And when I was on vacation, I had 2 weekends off in a row. They usually don't let you get weekends off on my schedule.
Yeah.
And just being awake, my head was so much more clear that it felt like I was high or I was on something. Like, to feel normal is weird. I know it's hard to explain.
No, I feel you, dude.
Like when I go to SEMA and I don't get any sleep, it's perfectly normal because I'm already jacked up. Like, I'll go to sleep at 5 or 6 and wake up to go to the show at 8.
Do you drink a lot of caffeine?
I do a lot.
Really?
A lot more than I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drink a lot of well, plus they keep the newsroom very cold.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Well, they care more about the computers and the servers and the equipment than the people living like in the environment. Another reason why it's like, yeah, I should get out of there. They don't even have warm water.
Really?
The bathrooms and the break room at work don't even have warm water.
Yeah.
They're all, hey, you guys, bring your own stuff in, wash it up, reuse your stuff so we don't have so much waste. And they don't even give you warm water to wash it.
Seems like news is going down the drain, bro.
Well, they're so far behind.
Yeah.
Like if these news companies were smart, if they were forward thinking, you would do everything for the internet.
Yeah.
Everything. And then put your broadcast together from what you have for that. And they have the resources where they could own wherever they like. My station could own San Diego online and be so far ahead of everybody else, but they still have that old mentality.
They don't have a YouTube channel?
They have a YouTube channel. It doesn't get jack squat. They just started streaming all the shows, I think through the app or whatever. Because before, like when we'd have big things like State of the Union or like the impeachment stuff, where that would be on live, and it would be during our broadcast times for our shows. We used to not have shows, but now we do it all for online, so people could still go there and watch it. But they should just do everything for that.
And why don't they do it?
Make everybody a producer.
Yeah.
It's scary. Nobody's done it yet, so people are afraid to do it.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna find out when it's too late, like newspapers.
Yeah, you're right.
They wanted everybody to pay for their stuff. They put everything behind a paywall. Say you gotta subscribe or whatever, or else you don't get our stuff. Now they're going away. There's still tons of news online, though, right?
Yeah.
It's got to come from someplace. They could have owned that.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing with TV.
So what do you actually do when you go to work? What is your task?
I just edit the rundown. So I get in there at 2:30 in the morning. There's 2 producers. and they get in at 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
So their normal schedule is at like, I think at 3 during the week. So they're coming in on short sleep too, but they'll have scripts ready, and I'll just come in. I'll go through the rundown. It's broken up into segments and scripts, and you just go right through. Just bang, dude. Sometimes it's brutal. I'm just nonstop editing because I'm the only editor too for 3 hours of shows. So
You're the only editor.
yeah,
No shit. What the hell?
that's my favorite line.
I know you always point that out.
And when I hear it in real life, it just cracks me up. No shit.
That's my word, dude. No shit.
That's gonna be the second run on the downtime with Downstar. Downtime with Downstar t-shirts. Just gonna say no shit, and then you have like the money sign.
I'm waiting for it, dude.
Hot.
I'm waiting for my sayings to start picking up and people to be able to know what I'm gonna say before I say it. But that's crazy, dude. 3 hours, and you're the only editor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's a lot of stress, man.
dude, sometimes stuff is getting written while we're in the segment.
Really?
They'll be like, "Oh, is this gonna make it?" I was like, "Oh, do you want to write it?" I can't do anything unless there's a source and something I could cut to. They're like, "Oh, just throw whatever, blah blah blah." Okay, fine. But yeah, it's that. And the thing is, I'm not even awake yet.
Yeah.
I'm like in that haze of being like, man, I feel like I should still be asleep, but I have to go. That's why I want this VTech stuff to pop off.
Yeah.
Because, bro, if I had a full shift, like a whole day to work on just VTech Academy, our releases would be consistent and we'd have so much more stuff.
Yeah.
Because we shoot a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it just gets pushed behind. I think I just did the last one from SEMA.
No way.
Yeah, we had like, I think 6 or 7 videos that we did from SEMA. So the last one's coming out next week or this week.
Damn, but you probably get paid pretty well at your job, right?
If I lived in LA, I'd be good.
Why San Diego's expensive?
San Diego's expensive, but they don't pay like LA.
Oh, really?
I have a friend that works at Fox 11 in LA.
Mm-hmm.
He makes almost 2.5 times as much as I do an hour.
And why don't you move?
Because we have family in San Diego. We moved there to be by my wife's family with our kids.
you.
Yeah. So, and plus, every time I go, I love LA because shit's popping.
Yeah.
Like, it's sick. If people don't understand, like, the car culture in California, especially around LA, it's sick.
Yeah.
Probably twice as much as people from the outside think it is. It is.
Yeah.
But every time I drive back down from LA to San Diego, I'm like, I'm so happy to be back in San Diego.
Really?
It's a lot like LA, except chill.
I've never spent any time in San Diego.
Just come on down.
I know. I got to go visit, dude. The only time I've ever been there was either passing through, going to Mexico to like Rosarito or some shit to see Little John for spring break. Or go to TJ Hunt shop. It's out that way. But I think that's maybe Oceanside, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's just a little bit north.
Gotcha.
I think Doug DeMuro's out in close to San Diego too.
Doug DeMuro?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, look it up on YouTube.
Who is he?
He's a car nerd.
Really?
But he goes and does reviews of cars.
Oh, okay, got you.
And yeah, he's doing pretty good. His channel's blowing up.
Like that dude in blue? Like kind of like that?
Kind of, except nerdier.
Nerdier?
Yeah. He's got some khaki pleated shorts
with pockets.
But
are they cargo?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
What if they have the little loop for a hammer?
Like carpenter shorts. Those were the shit back in the 90s.
I can't talk to anybody that's like a car nerd, dude, because I'm not, and it just makes me feel so insecure because I'm just like, I don't know what
It's
model.
it's very accessible though.
Yeah.
So like if you're just a little bit into cars, you can watch it and you'll be like, oh, that's. It points out like all these different features of like cars that you probably had on a poster as a kid.
Yeah. Got you.
Crazy Lambos and whatever. And since he's gotten more popular, he's gotten more access to tons of cars
Yeah.
that are sick.
That's sick. So as a kid, what posters did you have on your wall?
I had a lot of Michael Jordan posters.
Yeah.
A lot of Michael Jordan. My son's named Jordan.
No way.
Oh, I grew up outside of Chicago.
Okay.
I moved to Arizona when I was 14, right before high school.
Uh-huh.
Or last part of 8th grade, right before high school. So everything I had was blowing up.
Always, bro.
So, hey, man.
You got them nuts.
You got them boats. I heart boat boys. I remember those shirts.
OG shit, dude.
Dude.
I gotta come back out with that one. That was a dope shirt.
Yeah.
I think I have some still upstairs.
The gray ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like super small sizes.
I remember the first time that I don't remember where it was, but I saw those shirts. It was like 2010, 2011. I was like, boat boys, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And then I would see you at like every event. Even if I wasn't there, if there was coverage of the event, Frank was there. I was like, that's what's up.
It's crazy, man. People don't understand, dude. That's the secret sauce right there, you know? Just being out and being seen, networking, talking to people.
Especially from coming up here.
Yeah.
Like people think LA is just kind of like LA,
like everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
But Oxnard is up here.
We're out. Yeah. It's about an hour from downtown LA. From
Not on my
there.
drive, bro.
Yeah. No. From San Diego is what?
The 405 was brutal.
I bet it was like 3.5 maybe.
No, it was a little bit longer, but
Dude,
that's fine.
I appreciate you coming, man.
I got the last end of the dude. I've been wanting to come here just to come up here. Like when you had the
annual meet.
No, before that didn't you have like an open house or
Yeah.
I wanted to get up here so bad, but life, bro.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I appreciate you coming though, dude. This is a conversation that we've been meaning to have for a minute. Dude. But
dude, so yeah.
So Michael Jordan.
Okay, so Michael Jordan, Cubs posters, Chicago Cubs posters.
Okay.
Love baseball. And random things cut out of Word Up magazine.
Word Up magazine. What were you listening to back then?
Before I moved to Arizona, it was what was it? It was Public Enemy.
Okay.
Too Short. BDP.
BDP.
Yeah, Boogie Down Productions.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, basically Young MC.
Got you.
Who lives in Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Well, I worked in news in Phoenix too, and he knew different people, and I would see him at random news parties.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It was so fun working in news back then, because we'd have, I think 4 times a year they had what's called sweeps period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what is that?
So that's it's a month where they do ratings.
Mm-hmm.
So they break it down from age group, time slots. It's down to like 15-minute slots.
Mm-hmm.
So that's usually when the news director will be like, "This is the most important sweeps period of your careers."
So go create like some news.
Yeah, well,
like Nightcrawler.
Nothing that bad, but it would be like, so the different franchise reporters would do their bigger, more produced packages, and they would get teased. Like something's on Monday, it's going to get teased all weekend long, or like a week will have a theme.
Yeah.
So at the end of that, everybody's just like spent.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to have after sweeps parties.
Got you. Okay.
And depending on who was working at the station at the time, like they'd rent a party bus.
Yeah.
You hit up downtown Scottsdale, and then we'd be at whatever club with the Cougars, and you'd look over and be like, "Hey, I'm Marvin." "Oh shit, Young MC?"
No way.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with his music. You say you're 43?
Yeah.
So yeah, you were in that you were in that level of hip hop before me.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, like when I started listening to hip hop, it was like during like breakdancing time.
Got you. So more on the beginning.
So a little
side of
bit
things.
before, like Run DMC broke.
Well, yeah, if you think about it,
So like Break In and
like a Jay-Z, I think he just turned 50, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's like the golden era right there.
every era is the golden era, though. I mean, think about it. Like whenever you came up, that's you know you're gonna.
For me, yeah, when I hear these older names, that they don't have that much value to me because I didn't grow up in that era. I'm more of in like not even like Tupac Biggie. Like I
a little
did
bit after Tupac.
listen to that stuff, but I was like, when Tupac died, I was probably 9. Okay, everybody, we're gonna take a quick break for our sponsors, and we'll be back in 1 minute. Yo, what's up, fool? Make sure you check out Downstar for all of your dress-up needs. Get it poppin' over here. We have all the kits for the K-Series, the B-Series, the transmission, the mounts, the engine, the Toro, baby. We have the hardware for the seats, for the stereo. We got it for the speakers. We got it for the lug nuts. We got it for the air valves. We got it for everything, dog. So you make sure you hit us up at downstarinc.com or you call us up, fool. You can even text us, lame, 818-937-3472. Just shoot us a text and tell us what's up, dog. I need some fucking balls in this bitch. Hit us up, downstarinc.com. Hey, and if you got an Instagram, slide in our fucking DM at Downstar. Wait, hit up the homie, Frank_Downstar. He's the one that takes care of all the DMs. Hit that level up and shoot him a message and he'll get you all taken care of real nicely. Or so?
Yeah, I was in college.
Yeah, so it probably registered way more to you than it did to me.
But yeah, I used to do a radio show in college, hip hop radio show.
No shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, it was sick.
That's fucking rad.
Yeah, it was a college radio station, super low power, super small college on the northwestern kind of corner of Iowa.
Iowa?
Yeah, I went to college in Iowa.
What the fuck?
Dude, I wanted to go play baseball there.
Yeah.
And there was this coach that taught school with my mom that said, you should go here. I played baseball here. You could probably go there. And I walked on. That was fucking horrible.
Iowa? What's Iowa like?
It's a different world.
It sounds like it.
But it was cool. It's like a small town. It's a good place to go to school.
Yeah.
Because, there's not too many things to distract you unless you're trying to get distracted.
Have you ever seen that show on Netflix called The Ranch with Ashton Kutcher?
It keeps getting suggested to me. I haven't seen it yet.
You should watch it. It's pretty
from
stupid.
Iowa. He's from he's like.
Is he?
I think he's from Cedar Rapids or something.
Oh, is that a small town?
Yeah. I think there's a college in Cedar Rapids.
Well, this show, The Ranch, it's like one of those studio audience shows. Is it
like a real studio audience?
I don't know. I can't tell the difference. You can probably tell. It's probably a laugh track though. But anyways, it's like they have cussing in it and stuff. It's a Netflix show, but it's like it feels like
it's like a sitcom.
Like a sitcom, yeah. And it's stupid, but then it's funny.
Where do they do it? Or where is it supposed to take place?
Somewhere country, but it says the population 500. And when I watch that show, it just always makes me think like, dude, I wonder what it's like growing up in a town of like 500 people. That shit's got to be nuts, dude. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, it would be weird because everybody knows your business.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are probably pretty set in their ways.
Yeah, right?
The good thing about Iowa is it's pretty, it's very rural. It's got a couple smaller urban areas, but it's mostly rural, small towns. Like my girlfriend in college, she went to a school that had 200 people in it. Like our high school had 200 people in it total.
I thought 2 people. Imagine that.
People. I guess I'm taking you to prom. All right, Mom.
2 people. Yeah, dude, 500 people. I used to live in northern Nevada. So I used to drive back to Oxnard all the time, like when I would have a long weekend or something, come hang out with my friends here. You pass through at least 10 little cities where the speed limit goes from 65, 55, 45, 35, 25, and then just cops are just waiting right there. And it's about a mile or a mile and a half strip, and then speed limit starts going back up, and then that's it. Like, what the fuck was that town? Who lives there?
What did they do?
Why? Why do you live there? You're like so close to society.
They can go visit it. Yeah, but you're like, where do people work? Like, if they're
How?
not,
Yeah, what do you do?
Because like you'll see, like just regular houses, not on a farm or not. Like, what do you guys do?
Yeah. Why? I don't know, man. I mean, and I'm looking at it from the eyes of someone who's always lived in the city.
Man, you just
You know, I'm a city boy. So I go out there. I'm like, what? You guys are ghost town boys. What the hell? Why you want to live here? You know?
And they'll be like, why are you asking so many questions, boy?
Yeah, but
It's a nice car you got there.
they pull out a revolver.
What kind of gas I use?
But think about it, dude. Like, imagine living there your whole entire life.
Can you imagine living there before the internet?
Yeah. Right, just think that shit's normal.
Before you can like actually go on there and interact with people outside your own community?
Yeah.
You'd see whatever's on TV on 2 channels.
I'm sure. Well, do you think that social media has helped them out, or it's made them feel like, yo, we're not even part of that world?
No, I think they connect. I think the internet's good because so many people can connect from who knows where.
Mm-hmm.
I met some, especially back in the day when they had forums. I know so many people in random spots that I've never been to just through that. And the forums are gone, but I still know them.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
If you guys are listening right now, leave a comment if you're from a city that's like under 1,000 people, and just let us know what it's like, because I have no idea, bro. In Oxnard right here, there's 100,000 people plus.
Well, that's about the same size of the college I went to was in Sioux City, and it was 100,000 in the metro. That's like in 96.
Gotcha. 95. So it's still big.
Yeah. But man, there's also a lot of rural stuff going on.
Yeah.
And everybody that was in my classes, they were from all those small towns.
Got you.
So they come there and they lose their minds. And every weekend they go home.
Oh shit. So they go out cow tipping and shit, or what?
I don't know. Go chore. Slop the hogs.
Go churn
butter. Yeah.
Shout out to all you guys. There's another world out there. Go explore it for sure.
But you know, especially with the internet, there's people that they'll randomly be a sick build from a town of 50 people.
Yeah.
Just because they connected with the culture.
Well, when we go out to Ohio for IBOC meet in Ohio, like there's some nice ass builds out there, and just all that's in Ohio is just a bunch of fucking fields.
Oh man, you got Cincinnati.
I don't know.
You got Cleveland.
Not all the places that I went, dude.
You gotta go to Cleveland.
Field ass places.
I felt so close to Bone Thugs when I went to Cleveland.
Really?
Dude, our Uber driver. No, it wasn't even our Uber driver. It was the driver that the hotel sent to pick us up at the hotel.
Yeah.
Or at the airport. He was playing this demo for us.
No way.
The whole ride just blasted it on like cranked past 10.
I forget that they're from Cleveland. I think we did go out there before.
How could you forget they're from Cleveland?
That's not really my bag, dog. I mean, it was, but like...
Oh, yeah, I'm like 10 years older than you.
Yeah, like I was telling you, dude, like my shit was more... When I started feeling like passionate about music, it was East Coast music. It was like, you know, Wu-Tang, DMX, Rough Riders, like that kind of stuff. Cannabis.
That's only about 3 years difference.
Yeah, but still, like, just imagine being in elementary, junior high versus being in college when Tupac died. That's a huge difference, you know?
Yeah. I remember that. Dude, the cool thing about my radio show, like, I know we're all over the place, but...
I love it.
Because it was a college station and it was an alternative station, but at night we could do these specialty shows. I was the hip-hop point person for the station. So I would get all the stuff from, like, Death Row. I would get the stuff from Def Jam and all these smaller labels and whatever. And, dude, I had stacks of vinyl.
Yeah.
Vinyl, like the 12-inch singles.
Yeah.
Of all these. I wish I had it still.
Yeah.
Probably sell it to some DJ for loot.
Dude, this is a DJ right now, bro. That's all you need to be a DJ.
You ever watch those DJ competitions, the Red Bull one?
No.
Oh, it's sick.
Like real DJing?
Well, a lot of it's pre-programmed, but a lot of it they're also mixing live.
Yeah.
So it's sick. You should check it.
Yeah. I think right now, to be honest, right now I would feel is probably the best time in hip hop music because it's so diverse. There's so many different subcultures, and the greats have gotten to the place that they're supposed to be. You know, take it back to maybe like early 2000s. Jay-Z wasn't who Jay-Z is now. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he didn't need Biggie to die.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that had to happen for these guys to get in their seat where they're probably going to remain for the rest of history. But these are like the guys on the Mount Rushmore. They're barely getting to that age right now.
Like their 40s and 50s.
Yeah, and of course there was older guys that did it before, but I don't think that in their career they actually did as much as, say, like a Jay-Z, Nas, 50 Cent, Eminem, guys like that. You know, they've accomplished so much. And the guys from back in the day, they didn't really have that opportunity because it's just like the stars just didn't align.
Yeah, you know? Plus you had to know about it to be about it, to be able to listen to it, to find it back then. Yeah,
and now it's like this is pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the hip hop culture is pop culture. Like even the Huggies commercials. That's not the baby bottoms, and they're fucking rapping about diapers. Like what the fuck? This is crazy.
But yeah, or they'll use a "Run the Jewels" song on the Super Bowl ads for Cadillac.
Yeah, I didn't really spend much time with Run the Jewels. I mean, I'm familiar with who they are, but I've never listened to them before. I'm missing out.
The wordplay is sick.
Really?
Oh, Killer Mike. Did you ever listen to Killer Mike with like Outkast and the Dungeon Family and all them?
Probably, but it just didn't stick out.
That second wave,
yeah.
Like once, like after probably AT Aliens.
Yeah. I remember when that wave came out, but I was selling CDs back then in high school.
I've heard the stories.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll take your order.
Yeah. But now I look back at all the music I used to listen to back in the day, and I have to re-listen to it because, like, I wasn't listening to it with a mature ear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I'm able to understand what they were trying to say, decipher it, and like, give it a lot more respect or less respect than I did back in the day.
Some stuff doesn't hold up as well.
Yeah.
Like, it starts off and you're like, yeah. And then,
yeah.
The beat's still sick, but
this is kind of whatever, you know. But I was listening to Lil Wayne the other day and listening to some of his older albums. I'm like, damn, dude, this shit is fire.
So he doesn't get the respect for his lyricism. Everybody just knows like auto-tune, lollipop guy. Like,
yeah, but if you go into before like that album, so I would say probably like what is it, the Carter 2 and before, he's spitting until that auto-tune stuff came out. Then his style started switching, but he was still spitting.
Yeah.
But how I say about Lil Wayne is like I feel like he knows and everybody knows that he has the capability. So it's kind of like it's like an Eminem. You know, I don't know what do I really have to prove. You know, but it feels like Eminem still has. He feels like himself that he has something to prove. And Wayne is just out there having fun. And
plus, I don't think even if nobody was listening to Eminem, he'd probably still be in a corner rapping to himself. Because that's what you got to do.
Yeah, he's a different kind of breed, man. I haven't been fucking with a lot of stuff that he's been doing lately until like recently.
Kamikaze?
Nah, even after that, a
Music
little more.
Yeah,
that album is fire. Yeah, but even like a couple more features before that, I was like, okay, this is the M. I think that he got the response from the Kamikaze, and he probably wasn't super happy with it, so he was fucking started rapping his ass off. And okay,
well, no, the one he was pissed off about was the Revival.
That's the one.
That's the one, and then Kamikaze came and smashed it. Went after everybody.
Yeah.
And nobody really had anything else for him.
Yeah. And I would like to see Eminem in like a real rap battle. I don't know who against who though. You know, I would probably want to see him with like I don't want to say it, but like Drake, dude. That would be a hard one.
Yeah, but to be fair, it would be Eminem against Drake and all of his ghostwriters. Right? Like, no, Drake's sick. I just drove through Calabasas. I think I saw him. But, no, he's sick. But it would...
Do you really hold that, like, asterisk over him?
No,
ghostwriters?
no. Of course not.
No.
Because he makes it sound good.
Yeah.
Like
So you don't think he writes his rhymes?
well, people look at the writing credits on the songs. There's a lot of other people on there, and a lot of people have come out and said, I wrote this and I wrote that.
Yeah, but I think when you get to that level, that's kind of just the normal business aspect of it, because like people write for Kanye.
I think it just depends.
Well, when you're on top for that long, it literally turns into a business. You gotta keep it going, and you gotta provide the best content that you have.
If people got ghostwriters and they sound like shit, then they suck. But if they sound good, you can't fault somebody for that.
Yeah, I think Drake could spit his ass off, bro, for sure. But that's my number one guy, so it's like I'm biased. But yeah, it's a good era, man. But you were speaking of alternative. You listen to alternative music as well, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I always liked whatever hip hop was before it became hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Breakdancing. Like, it's so cheesy thinking about it now.
Mm-hmm.
But we used to take, I don't know who's brought it. There'd be either linoleum or cardboard boxes at recess.
At recess.
School.
Oh shit!
And somebody would have a boombox, and we would have breakdance battles.
No way.
In suburban Chicago.
Wow.
And I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah. No
People
shit. Wow.
Like a movie, right? Like you'd be like, oh, what is this? Like Fame or some kind of BS made up movie?
Yeah.
Degrassi? I don't know. Whatever you can relate to. Your boy Drake. Because he wasn't breakdancing on that shit. Break wheeling.
Kids just bringing linoleum, rolling it out.
Yeah.
Setting up tiles, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, that's where I'm coming from with hip hop. Like, it was like break beats. Like it wasn't even rap yet.
Yeah.
There were some, but it was kind of like added on, But that and like rock, I got in the 80s. Everybody like hair bands.
Yeah.
And
is that when you started listening to rock?
Yeah, pretty much. About back then, like I didn't discern between like Motley Crue and Metallica or Megadeth. It was all just kind of like rock music.
Yeah.
And then like I was late to the game with pop punk.
Really?
Fucking love pop punk.
Yeah. My first experience with it was going to Hot Topic, right? So I went into Hot Topic, and before this, I was into like Limp Bizkit, Papa Roach, System of a Down, Korn, that kind of shit, right? So then I go into Hot Topic, and I hear Newfound Glory.
Was it My Friends Over You?
No, My Heart Will Go On.
Oh, the cover. Yeah.
So I hear it, and I'm like, what is that?
That's Celine Dion?
Like, what the hell? I know that song, because I sing it in the shower, but who are these people? So I even asked them, like, oh, it's Newfound Glory. What is that? That was my first experience into pop punk, dude, and that's why it's like, they're up there with me. Yeah,
dude. I was probably like 2 years late to Newfound Glory. Like they already had, I think, 2 albums out. And then my friend would make like mix CDs. He'd be like, oh, you gotta check out this. He'd burn CDs and be like, yeah, check out this mix.
Yeah.
And he was really into alternative. And that's how I found Newfound Glory. I was like, this shit rips.
Sick, dude.
It's like nice boy rock kind of.
Yeah.
You can mosh to it, or they call it pop mosh kind of.
It's so hard to put all of that in a category, because there's a lot of bands that I listen to and I don't even know what to call them. I feel like can't really call them rock. I don't know. It's
Have you
really
been to a
weird.
show?
Of course.
Wow. I don't know your life. Of course.
My first.
Just kidding. I know the exact show.
What is it? I don't know my first like rock concert.
Was it Warped Tour?
That's what I'm saying. It probably was Warped Tour 2000. Right here in Ventura, they have the Seaside Park. That would be one of the stops. And literally from here to there is maybe like a 10-minute drive, if that. So Warped Tour 2000, and I went for probably like at least 8 years every single year. And probably from the end of Warped Tour, which was last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it 2018?
Maybe 2018.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so from 2000 to 2018, I probably missed maybe 3 Warped Tours, but that's it. Like, that was my shit, bro, you know? And going to that show, I remember the first time that I ever went that the first show of the day we went to was No Effects. So I was with like my cousin, a group of friends and stuff. I'm fucking tiny then, dude. I was probably like 15, 14, you know? So we're really close up with No Effects. I'm going to say NSX. We're with NSX, right-hand drive. So we were in the middle.
Oh,
and then this fucking drunk ass like 40-year-old dude, he's like, "Hey man, you better watch out, it's gonna get crazy in here." And I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. You're the only crazy one in here, bro. Right when that shit started, the whole fucking crowd went nuts, and I turned around and ran. I must have looked so crazy because after that song was done, they said, "Hey, someone grab that kid, put him on your shoulders," and I'm like, "Nah, I'm fucking out of here. You psychopaths." So I wasn't really ready for the No Effects part of it, but I saw like Green Day that day, Weezer. Probably didn't see Newfound Glory. I think that was before.
They did it a bunch. Well, they kind of came out like at the end of the 90s, early 2000s. I didn't find them until like 2002, 2003.
Yeah, it was probably closer to then when I started getting into it, but once I had that like Warped Tour experience, I got hooked.
Dude, the energy's so much different, right? Like, because growing up, for the most part, the only shows I would go see would be a hip hop show.
Yeah.
You know, and those are fun. Like, that's my shit. But then the energy of like a Newfound Glory show or, you know, you ever listen to A Day to Remember?
A little bit, yeah.
Like, well, actually, that was the same show. They brought them out on tour with them, but the energy is just so different.
Yeah.
I even went to like when I lived in Minneapolis, like some local pop punk. I didn't even know that pop punk had a scene in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And I went to a small like bar, and it's like the crowd is pretty much people in the opening bands.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah. Or their friends or their family, and it's just such a sick energy.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Not long ago, I saw a video on Facebook, and it was the Chodos playing live in a living room, like when they're first coming out, dude. And they sounded great. They sounded just like they did on the CD. And it was like, fuck, dude, these people had no idea what they were in for. You know, it was just, I wish that I could be there that day just to experience that, you know?
Yeah, like there's a band in Minneapolis, Charlie Siren. They don't even exist anymore. I got one of their CDs coming out of a Newfound Glory concert.
Yeah.
That I went to in Minneapolis. Next thing you know, I'm listening to that shit all the time. You know, they just dropped their new CD, and then like on the cover there's like a house, and they're like, "Oh yeah, come on by the house, and if you want to, you know, get this T-shirt or whatever, say what's up, or come to this show," and it's gonna be at their house.
No shit, that's dope. I remember leaving Warped Tour, and I got a demo disc like that from Sugar Cult, and then they ended up blowing up.
Was it actually them outside there? Handing them out?
Pretty sure it was.
Like, I remember the first Newfound Glory show I went to, they were just out there signing merch, just hanging out with people.
It's nuts, man.
Like, you don't really get that. Like, I would go see, you know, Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill wouldn't be hanging out with us, you know? Although, you ever listen to Dirt Nasty?
No.
It's Simon Rex?
No.
Oh, man. It's like his alter ego.
Who?
Simon Rex. Dirt Nasty is Simon Rex.
Who's Simon Rex?
Simon Rex, he was a VJ on MTV. Probably like late 90s, I want to say.
Yeah.
And he hooked up with, he actually made a group with Mickey Avalon and Andre Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey Avalon kind of got hot for a little while. He was like this kind of androgynous. Actually, it probably fit in more now than it did back then, because he was a rapper. He'd say sick as shit.
Yeah.
But he kind of had like this androgynous look about him, kind of like a you know, like how like the rock and roll style is, with like long hair and tight jeans and a vest and no shirt.
Yeah.
You know, like what kind of
like what the guys look like now. Yeah.
So, yeah, and he would come to Phoenix all the time, and we would go see him, and it'd be the best time.
Really?
It would be like, it was a lot like the pop punk feel with the hip hop show.
Got you.
It would be so sick, and they'd just be hanging out with you, drinking at the bar.
Shit's dope, man. You know, and that's why I admire the where the hip hop community is right now. You know, even with the SoundCloud rappers and stuff. I go to some shows, dude, and you're just like, dude, this feels like a punk show. It's insane, man. I've been to. Have you ever heard of Xavier Wolf before?
I have on from you.
There you go. But Xavier Wolf, he's like a SoundCloud rapper and a car guy too, which is pretty dope. But at his shows, it's just the mosh pit's fucking popping. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in this bitch right now. I love it, dude.
I'm always just mosh pit adjacent.
That's what I used to be before, but then after I got older, I started getting a lot more aggression. I'm like, I gotta let this shit out.
But you know, there'll be like 15-year-old kids in there, and if you just, I'll take them out. Like, I'll push them back in.
I'll sock a kid every once in a while.
But then, you know, usually at like a pop punk show, it's cool because everyone will stop, they'll help somebody up, and it's not where like more hardcore shows where it's just kind of like fuck everybody and everybody's
I think that's where like the rap ones is in the middle because you know the hip hop culture is more rough, you know, and they're taking that culture from like the rock side of things, you know, so they're just like, maybe there's some dudes in there that are more aggressive than not, but there's nothing that compares to like, you know, like a Newfound Glory mosh pit. Dude, everybody's in there loving each other. Dude, you know,
people will throw their arm around you and like you'll be bouncing out the lyrics at the top of your lungs.
I love it, bro. At the last Warped Tour, we all went. Ashley went, Christian went, my sister went, my nephew Daniel went, my boy TJ. So we watched the Used, which is my favorite band, and it was Christian and I, and then my boy TJ and my nephew Daniel, and we're in the pit, and like both the kids are in front of us, and we're just have our elbows up and fucking going, and their eyes are just like, what is going on? But they're down for it, dude. And just like everybody's rocking out and just like giving the kids props and like, you know, just they were having the best time ever, dude. And I was glad that we were able to take them to that.
Yeah, I never got to go to a Warped Tour.
Never.
No.
Oh my god, dude.
Well, the thing is, they would come through in Phoenix.
Yeah.
In July.
Oh my god, fuck that. Fuck Phoenix in July.
Although, you know what, I did go to like 3 Project Revolution tours, and they would do that in August. So it wasn't much better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would always be like on a random like
Wednesday or something weird. Yeah, here too.
Because they're like, oh well, if we go here at that time, by the time we get to LA, we're gonna be there for the weekend.
Yeah. So what are some of your bands that you gravitate towards?
Oh.
Who's your number one?
Probably Newfound Glory.
Yeah.
I mean, I have friends that are like into the music scene. They're like, oh, you like that stuff, but dude,
I love it.
Rips.
Fuck yeah.
You hear the new one?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, it's sick.
It's good?
Yeah. It's called Greatest of All Time.
Yeah.
Go. And they talk about the 96 Bulls. That's my shit. The Bulls.
Speaking of you, dude. A lot of the bands, I don't listen to the new stuff, you know, because all of those albums remind me of an era of my life, and I like to revisit that, you know, and their new stuff, I don't have that emotional connection to it.
I don't know, that their group, them and like Blink 182
Got you.
have kind of matured, like, especially they go back to their roots, but it's not like when they were kids.
Yeah.
But they're doing that kind of music as adults.
I'm definitely down to listen to it for sure.
Should check it out.
Yeah, I was even listening to the Used. I think it was 2007 album. I forget. It was like with the robot kind of on the front.
Yeah, I thought they were your group.
They were. I mean, the first few albums, and then after that, that's it.
A lot of the Newfound Glory stuff goes
it
just blends in together to me too.
So I was listening to that album. I'm like, damn, I haven't listened to this forever, and there's so much good tracks on it. And it's just like I said, listening to music with like a more refined ear now. It feels good because now you listen to older stuff and you're like, damn, this feels like a new album to me because I wasn't
I don't know. I guess I just wasn't in the space to actually take it in.
Yeah, to process it.
Yeah, I would put a CD in. I'm like, I don't like that song. Next one.
This shit doesn't slap, bro.
Yeah, definitely. And then I got into that era. And I was like, dude, I need some shit that slaps. So Newfound Glory. Who else?
Oh man.
Were you ever into the Chodos?
Not so much. Like I would listen to them in like on mixes and stuff,
Gotcha.
but them I got it. I've been listening to a lot of what's the group? The song "Popular Monster." The video came out at the end of last year. It's fucking gangster as shit.
Mm-hmm.
It goes so hard. Falling in Reverse.
Mm.
It's like that next wave of like that went like kind of scene glam kind of stuff that kind of morphed into. They do a lot of rapping, but a lot of scream stuff.
Got you.
But basically, I've just been listening to a lot of the new Eminem, a lot of the Royce the 5'9" stuff.
Got you. Okay.
Just like lyrical stuff.
Royce just came out with the album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to hear that.
Like I haven't gotten too deep into that one yet, but the singles,
yeah,
I've been playing a lot.
What'd you think of that Eminem song where he's rapping from the point of view of the Vegas shooter?
At first, like the first 2 times, I didn't even understand what it was even about.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I was like, man, that's crazy. I still don't really know what to think of it.
The first time that I heard it, I thought that he was rapping from his point of view as
somebody's gonna go out and
he's going to go perform, but he's doing drugs and stuff, and he's nervous about it. And I'm sure that that's how he wanted it to come out.
I was thinking like, oh yeah, so he's gonna go out and just like murder the crowd.
Yeah. And
then you know, like the post thing with like all the audio clips of all the tons of shootings.
Yeah, dude. That's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Vegas shooting on the last episode, dude, and it's just like that shit hit me hard, bro, because
69 people gone.
It's wild, dude. That's like
they went to a show and they're just gone.
Yeah. And there was a lot of people locally that either I knew or friends of friends that were out there. And it's like, yo, this is very close to home, man.
Dude, I was working at a different TV station then, but it was in San Diego.
Yeah.
And one of the, I think at the time she might have even just been an intern, sports intern. She was at the show. She was like running for her life. And they made her come in. I'm sure they asked
yeah,
for her to come in and do a live interview about that.
No shit. It's sweep! We gotta come in!
I was like, guess nobody watches this shit, right? It's not worth it. Like, she's barely got, it's not even a week afterwards, like 4 days. And she's in there talking about, you know, we heard the shots coming from over here, and we're running over here. And they drug her into work. Like, that's what I'm like, man.
That's where content's going nowadays, bro.
I mean, it's different if you're on the scene, you're getting it, but just because you know somebody that was, like, you could have got a phone from anybody. You could have. She probably still doesn't like even process what happened, like.
Yeah.
PTSD'd out and shit, and they're like, yeah, you can come in and talk to us for like 15 minutes live on TV, okay?
I'm good on that. I would love to speak to somebody that was there, though, man. But
there are a lot of people there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It would be kind of hard because I don't want to disrespect or, you know, ask them something that brings up a bad memory. But if somebody was like willing to tell their story and wanted to talk about it, I would love to, because I haven't been that. You know, it even sounds morbid just to say like intrigued on it, but it's just so much happened at that event that is unanswered. That's that whole day and that whole time and everything in history there's way more unanswered questions that we don't even know what the fuck, why it even happened, what anything, you know. And then of course the way that the media moves now and just life in general,
it's just the next,
next thing
shooting.
Whatever
got blasted at the Garlic Festival, and
exactly
then this Walmart's all 23 people dead. Like it kind of washes away the meaning. And plus, working in news, I worked through 9/11. I worked through, like all these different elections, like the 2000 election when it was like all undecided because they had hanging chads on the ballot. Like I worked through all that stuff, so I see so much raw footage.
Really?
That you know that doesn't make it. You know. that's to whatever for TV.
Yeah. No shit.
Oh, especially like on 9/11.
Oh my god,
dude. We had so many, like, watching so many videos live and editing it because I had to find the stuff that we could use. You know,
because you're getting raw footage.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, like when people realized that the sounds of stuff crashing down were bodies. You know, before anything fell because of the fire, and they were like, "I'm out of here."
Yeah.
So, you know, like all that stuff, and then I have to go through all that video over and over and over again to get the stuff that we can use to tell the stories about what happened. And I'm in Phoenix. Like, imagine the people that were actually there.
Yeah.
But, you know, people don't see that at home.
No, man. Especially people who weren't of age. You know, I was maybe like 16 at the time that it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was probably 16. 85. Yeah. So when that happened,
math skills, bro.
Quick, dude. So I'm a hustler, bro. I count all the money you got in your pocket right now. $10 and a coupon. But
about 39 cents.
I remember where I was, what I was doing, and the impact that it had. But I could just imagine if you weren't born even in the 90s, you know, it doesn't register to you. It's just like something that happened in the past. But if you lived through it, bro, that shit was fucking insane. You didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, I was late to work that day.
Yeah?
Because I was watching it on TV, and then I looked up, and it was like 4 hours later, 6 hours later, just gone because I was just glued to my TV watching it, and I was like, oh shit, I got to get to work.
Yeah.
And I get into work, and we were mostly just CNN live for like 2 days.
Yeah.
I was the only fool that was like, yeah, I'll edit all these packages for it. I did like a 6-minute obit package for all these different people looking for families, and everybody else was just sitting there watching it.
It's wild, man. But ever since 9/11, nothing's really impacted me as much as the Vegas shooting has.
Well, it's so close. And especially you lived in Nevada.
Yeah.
Or you say Nevada or Nevada?
It was Nevada.
Nevada, all right. I don't know.
I don't know, you can say however you want, bro. But I don't know. Nevada? That's how you say it?
Nevada. I don't know. I just go back and forth.
Nevada.
Nevada,
no. Bro. I just live there. I don't have any pride for Nevada. But it was northern Nevada.
Unless you got them boats. Shout out to all those Nevadaites.
That's where, no, it started here, but that's where my passion started for Hondas out there.
Yeah, with Raul.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy that these things that happen in your life, you never know what's going to be the outcome of them. You know,
for
as
sure.
You're just in the middle of it, it's just like, it doesn't register to you that, okay, so since you're like liking this new genre of cars, that's going to be the rest of your life. Like, what the
Or
fuck?
at least the next chapter.
Exactly. Even this right here.
Although I don't see a time when I'm not going to be in. I want to be 30 years older than Brian. I'll be getting out of some lower something or other.
Yeah.
And it probably still won't be built to how I really want it.
Are you really passionate about Hondas?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How'd that start?
Pretty much my mom.
Really?
Yeah.
Your mom had a K-swap or what?
No, we lived in suburban Chicago, and she had like an 82 Chevette.
Mm-hmm.
This is in like 83.
Stunning.
No, she got it in 80. She had 82, and it was 83, and then in 1 year, the whole fucking floor rusted out.
In 1 year?
You could see through the floor where her feet were.
Yeah.
To the road.
Because of like the salt and
in
stuff?
A year and a half.
Really?
Yeah, pieces of shit, dude.
Who makes that car?
Chevrolet.
Chevette.
I never heard that was their econo box back then.
Got you.
And we just coasted in onto the lot in 84. My mom got a Civic hatchback.
Mm-hmm.
It was brand new. It ran forever.
Mm-hmm.
Ran until we moved to Arizona. And I was like, this is legit.
Nice.
Like, that's when I started getting into Hondas. I didn't get into modifying it until beyond like car stereos and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like in high school, I got deep into that. Like
Car stereos?
yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, we didn't have any money. I didn't have a car, so I didn't do any of it. Like I'd help my friends with their stuff, and we'd just like ride around Phoenix with whatever jail audio, just slapping. We'd leave it running when we go into like Circle K.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, oh yeah, it's vibrating the refrigerators in the back when you get in a drink.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh man, somebody could just jump in your
Just
ride.
steal a car. Yeah. I used to have remote start on the Chevelle, and then when I would be leaving Best Buy, I would start it. But before I would get out the last time, I would have the volume all the way up. Remote start and just full jail system. I loved it, dude.
That shit slaps.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'd roll around. We would listen to bass CDs.
Yeah.
Well, first bass tapes and then
shit.
yeah, bass mechanic.
Yeah.
We'd, like the tone test. We'd be like, oh man, since you got that bandpass box, that fucking
The Just Be Cool box.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember those days, man. So,
But yeah, my mom
your mom got you.
Honda.
Why did you guys move from Chicago to Arizona?
Money,
Gotcha.
jobs, single parent home. It was just me, my mom, my sister.
Mm-hmm.
She put herself through college, and she was going to become a teacher. And we moved out to Phoenix. We had family out there.
Gotcha. Okay.
And,
What was that like?
And like our little townhouse. It wasn't even a townhouse because it didn't have a garage, but our little. It was like a quad kind of thing that had 4 units in it. She sold that, and she was able to buy a house, like a single family home with driveway, garage, backyard, front yard, side yard in Phoenix for almost the same amount of money. Like she financed it because money is really cheap to borrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just moved out there for that. It was a different world. I hated Phoenix when I moved there.
Really?
Oh, I was like this little country ass town, not realizing it's like 3 million people, 4 million people, whatever it is now.
Yeah. So back then, it wasn't that as populated?
It was still in the millions.
Yeah.
And everything's spread out. Isn't like in Chicago, you have the city and then you got the suburbs, but there's like, it's not like LA, how there's so many suburbs, but it's like you just call it all LA. You don't call it all Chicago.
So do you remember when she told you, like, yo, we're out?
Yeah. It wasn't a big deal for me.
Really?
Because, whatever, I was halfway through 8th grade. I hated school.
Yeah.
I hate, like shit, I'll go play baseball in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because that's real seasons out in Chicago, huh?
Yeah. Dude, if I was staying in Chicago, I probably could have played varsity all 4 years of high school.
Really?
Compared to Phoenix, like places that are warm,
Yeah.
people just develop so much more skill in sports, especially baseball and stuff, where it's really skill centric.
Yeah.
Be able to identify pitches or situational awareness, stuff like that.
It's crazy what the weather really plays an impact on your life, because even thinking about the automotive community, like Hondas and modding Hondas, that shit started here in SoCal. And then you think like, well, that's pretty natural because if you're in the East Coast, like your car, you really can't do much to it for 4 months out of the time, So it's only natural that...
You have an off season.
Yeah, we don't have any off season, ever.
Unless it's self-imposed.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do this during this time. I'm not going to go to any events.
So you have all these fucking cars everywhere and pieces and not running.
Like who?
Everybody! Me included.
What?
This is the year. We're going to kill the game.
Yeah, but then you come out and you kill the game.
Yeah.
Mr. Heavy in the streets.
It's not as fun as it was before. I'd rather be part of people's builds now,
I don't know. It's all about perspective, I think. Because, we go to stuff like SEMA, we go to stuff like IBOT, where there's the quality of stuff is insane.
Yeah.
Like, complete. your car, we'll see like ride wire cars, like Big Mike's car. Like you see stuff that's insane, and then you see stuff that's probably not quite to that level, but a shit ton of stuff that's almost to that level.
Yeah.
But I'll see some kid with like max speed coilovers and rusted out EF, and I'm like, that's sick.
Yeah. It's just the culture, man. I love it.
I think it's all about perspective.
Yeah. And that's why I love to be part of the community, before it was wanting to be in competition and wanted to build the sickest car and things like that. But now I'm just like, if I'm not competing with anybody, then everybody feels right to like use our stuff. It becomes like a Hasport, Nobody looks at Hasport and be like, oh, you're rocking Hasport, I'm gonna rock this, or Innovative or whatever, It's like not that beef,
Uh-huh.
It could be on everybody's car, and that could be like the recipe. And that's what I always wanted to be, part of the recipe. Like Hasport.
Well, I was gonna say that's you're a lot like Brian in that, because I remember it was a couple years ago, I'd see somebody with like some knockoff looking Downstar washer bolt things, and I'd be like, hey, you see this shit? And you're just like, yeah, that's cool, whatever.
Yeah, back in the day I wasn't.
You weren't as much. And you evolved pretty quickly.
I mean, I wish I would have evolved a little quicker, but I had to take those bumps in the road. I had to learn from my own mistakes because.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're only like in your 30s, so I mean, just coming up.
This road that I'm on was a very unique one because that fool's just chilling, dog. What's your Instagram?
You got beef, son?
There's a little. I got his brother. Oh hell yeah, we got him.
187, son.
Sorry, PETA. But it's like I was on this journey that, for one, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like doing it, going through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
For two, I really never had like an OG, someone to reach out and be like, yo, maybe you shouldn't do this. Maybe you may, like, giving me different perspective of things.
Yeah, but also, maybe you wouldn't even been in the space to even have somebody do that.
Yeah, and I like it. I like being able to look back at the mistakes or the way that we handled things in the past. And I like people that seen us go through that to see us in this space to understand that there's growth and you don't have to live in that spot that you were in,
It's not a life sentence.
Yeah, definitely, man. And that's one thing that this podcast has really helped me out with is to really explain who we are and not try to cover up or make excuses of things that happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was in a unique situation and I didn't know what the fuck to do. I'm from California, bro. And first and foremost, I'm from California. So when there's a certain kind of threat or certain things are said or what have you, like, this is the way that we deal with things.
Uh-huh.
This is how it is, And I had to realize that the way that I think about life is totally different than the way that Ashton Kutcher thinks about life in the town of 500 people.
But yeah, but Brian's like the same way. He doesn't care what kind of mounts you get. He prefers that you get Hasport.
Yeah,
but he's all about getting people to be able to do their swaps, be able to accomplish what their goal is.
Yeah.
Whether it's to go racing, to build a sick show car, a street car, and the same thing with you. Like you're just kind of like there to help people get to where they're going.
Yeah. What's your vision? I always say that like we're giving you more tools to create your vision. That's all I do. So if you use somebody else, it's all good, man. Because I know that there's something that company doesn't have that we have. So if you want to use our stuff and their stuff or whoever, it's all good. If you don't want to use any of our stuff, it's all good, because at the end of the day, we're still going to be moving anyways.
Yeah.
And it's just, I like the space that we're in right now.
Isn't it a trip, though, to see, because you share a lot of pics of people that use your stuff and they're building stuff. Isn't it a trip to see something that you saw in your brain, had made it, offered it to people and have them take that and just do things with it that, like, you never even dreamed of?
Dude, I love it, man. There's people that use our products on their car like I would use it. Like, they understand the a la carte section where you can buy a bolt at whatever length you need.
Yeah, I'm bad at that.
Yeah, a lot of people are. And we're going to make it a lot easier, but I kind of like it that it's a little more difficult, because then there's those builders who understand it and that take it the next level. And then their cars are, just a little more detailed than the regular person who just buys like the kits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah, and I love it. And I love those levels, man. And I love that we're able to hit each part of the level, whether you want to do your car top to bottom, or if you just want to have like some valve cover hardware.
Or some license plate bolts like in my car.
Yeah, that's it, dude.
I still got the sticker though.
Yeah, thank you for repping, bro. I appreciate it. You've always been a good supporter, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, dude, it's easy when you see people that do the work.
Yeah. Yeah,
so.
Definitely, man. When I see somebody that's out there hustling like that, that really catches my eye, and I want to help these people out because I understand what the grind is about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so easy to be able to tell someone's intentions, whether good or bad, and if you can see somebody and see that they're genuine and they're really just trying to push ahead, like, I'm always down to help them out.
Yeah. For sure.
It's a crazy space that we're in, though, man. It's full of a lot of younger demographic, which makes a lot of like interesting situations come up, and you really see people's growth over time, but like at a younger age. So what I mean is, like, if you're in a different demographic of cars, say like I don't know, Corvettes or something like that, like you
What's
get you see like older dudes, and
I saw a C8 today too.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. Where at?
I don't know, it was 405 or I5. Dude,
what it look
randomly like I looked up, it was just a red one.
But how did it look?
It was going the opposite way on the highway, so then be like, oh.
Are you sure it was a C8?
It had the side scoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
I don't know if it was like a press car or a manufacturer car.
Well, they're coming out soon. I was watching one of TJ Hunt's recent videos, and he pre-ordered the C8. And he got some hookup or whatever, and he's getting VIN number 16, if I'm not mistaken. And I think if I heard him correctly, the car should be ready for pickup. Shit, very soon, man. Within like weeks.
Damn. Did he already buy his New Balance?
New Balance. You got to get the calves, bro. You get the calves pumping, the cargo shorts, the stripe.
You got to have the white socks too.
You think that this
slouch socks?
You think this Corvette's gonna be like that? No, I think this is gonna be like the younger tuner one, dude.
It still costs money though. So who has more disposable income?
Well, I mean, if you break it down, that the Corvette is going to be in the ballpark of like a Hellcat or the Mustangs or Camaros, the higher end ones, dude. I think it's going to be in that field now, rather than like the older, demographic of like a quote unquote Corvette. New Balance, dude.
Well, that's what they kept saying, that with each new generation, they're like,
you didn't feel like the last generation was like that? I thought I saw a lot of younger dudes modding that car.
I think you're just older.
Yeah. I'm in that crowd. I don't fucking golf. I suck at golf.
Yet.
I suck at it.
You got a golf shirt on, bro.
I know, man. I gotta be professional. I gotta be repping. But I want that car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got so much potential. So many times they come out with something that's got a lot of potential and the quality isn't there.
Yeah.
Or like it'll be a stupid thing that they didn't do that stops them from being the long-term it car.
Yeah. We still got some time too, because that car isn't going to come out till, if I'm not mistaken, like in 2021.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like there's going to be a few different waves of it, but for it to be, you'll be able to go to the dealership and get it. I don't think it's going to be till at least later in the year.
Yeah, because they sold out all the 2020 pre-orders.
Oh, did they?
That's what I heard.
So. When I saw it at SEMA, that shit was fucking sick, man. I don't know if that was the exact like production car, or if that was still on the like what is prototype car, but I like it.
Pre-production.
Yeah, pre-production. I'm in the.
I mean, you guys were kind of over there anyway, where that booth was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I didn't spend a lot of time over there.
Yeah,
This is Chevrolet area.
Yeah.
Around
We
getting all
were
the Honda
actually
stuff I
close to
can.
that. So you're a diehard in this shit, huh? Anything? Are you like Honda Pro Jason, addicted to it?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close. He's got his own thing, so he goes about it a certain way.
Because I know Brian's pretty dedicated into it, like
all
the different makes and models and like variations.
Dude, I used to know so much more.
Really?
Back before, like in the forum, I was a mod on one of the forums.
Oh, really?
I was a mod on JDM Universe.
Oh, okay.
So, like as soon as I found out about JDM engine swaps, I looked around. Like I was on different forums, but I found that one and I became a mod on there. And like I used to be able to tell you like the little differences between all the different B16s and B18s and H22 to H23. Like
what about textures of like cup holders and stuff? Can you? A 97 Odyssey. Can you tell me that?
Oh man, that's. Let's see, like a 97. Let's see.
I never got into none of that stuff, dude. Even as far as it goes with Hondas, like I love Hondas, but this EG is my number one, dude. Like if I go to a show, I'm checking out other cars. Oh, that's cool. But if there's an EG, I'm hooked on that one.
Dude, I'm so bad with like pretty much I want any Honda. Like if I had unlimited money,
yeah, I'd
have multiples of pretty much every Honda.
Really?
Except for like the original Passport, which was a Isuzu.
Yeah.
Or like the big Acura that was, I forget who, I think it was another Isuzu that they kind of did a deal with, kind of dip their toe into the SUV market, but pretty much anything. Because I know that there's so much thought that goes into something that's going to be functional.
Yeah.
Like it's going to work. Especially when you start getting into modifying cars, you do a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah.
But I could still drive it to work.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the Type R?
It's sick.
Really?
Oh.
I never spent any time with it.
I have not driven one yet. Brian had one. He got it right when it came out. He did the mounts. He pulled out the engine right away. He did, because he's got to mock up all this stuff. And he had it. He was going to let me drive it. And then I went to Carter's wedding. His son Carter.
Yeah.
And he's gonna let me drive it that weekend. And I was like, oh, I forgot. I lent it to them for the weekend. Damn it! That was my chance.
Yeah, I was hanging out with HPJ one year. I forget where we were even at. Boston. We were in Boston, and we had a flight. His flight was early in the morning. Mine was as well. And it was kind of like, well, why are we even going to go to sleep? Let's just hang out, and then we'll go to the airport. And that was like a terrible idea because it sounded good, but then come like 3 a.m, you're like, oh, I feel like shit.
Yeah, was he feeling like shit?
No.
He kind of goes 24/7.
He's not a human. HPJ is not a human, so he's like, the Terminator, where he could just turn into like liquid metal. Like that dude, he'll just go forever.
Well, yeah, they were like, all right, you can have hair or you can have endless energy and enthusiasm. He was like, I'll take the endless energy.
He's got the shiniest head and the most energy ever, dude. So
yeah, I remember when right before he started popping, we saw him out at SEMA.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Before he was like in the like cool media kids.
Yeah. He wasn't in the know?
He was in the know, but
he was close.
Everybody else didn't really like know.
Yeah.
So what's up with
he had his car in Boston, and we just went driving around for like hours and checking out stuff. We went to like the stadium and
was it yellow?
Took pictures. Yeah.
It was already yellow.
It was yeah. I forget what year it was. I don't know. All the shit fucking blends together. But anyways, we were driving in the car, and I was like, damn, this is pretty cool, man. I liked it. I like everything that he did with that car. The color change, the dry roof carbon and all that shit, the wheels. It was
pretty
fun.
Well thought out.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Like a lot of people will knock him for not being like a tuner.
Yeah.
Because, he came at it from the whole different way than a lot of us did.
Yeah.
But the modification was that, I think, legit.
It came out cool, definitely. I like it. If it were me, I would just dive a little more into the engine bay, but I mean, I could have a car that looks like a complete piece of shit on the outside, but you pop that hood and it's spotless. That's where my eyes go to.
Oh yeah, all your cars look like shit. That piece of shit BMW, the right-hand drive, all that garbage.
Man, I fucking love that BMW, dude.
I've seen it.
Oh, it's so fun, man. That car just made me fall in love with BMWs.
See, I wish I have an appreciation for other cars, but I just don't feel them.
Yeah.
Like, I like all the old JDM cars, like like the Skylines, the RX-7s, like, stuff like that. I feel, and I even like the current GTR. Like that thing's sick.
Yeah.
I even drove one on like track day.
Oh, really?
Go laps at Exotics Racing.
Yeah.
And it's sick and it's awesome. I just don't feel it.
Yeah.
And I wish I could, because I could relate to a lot more people about stuff. Like I relate to the passion behind what people feel.
Yeah.
But then I don't see a Lambo and be like, oh, that's the blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's sick, but I kind of like that slow ass 1990 NSX with 250 horsepower in the auto box. I'd kind of take that. Or if you gave that to me, I would take it. And I would buy a shitload of these. Like,
yeah.
I know I'm bad like that with Hondas.
I mean, a lot of Honda guys are, and it's when I was before Hondas, I was still am into muscle cars, and it's the same thing. If you're a Chevy guy, that's all you like. If you're a Ford guy, that's all you like. And with me, I just like whatever I like. Fucking Apple Jacks and shit, dude. This is I like whatever car that just feels fun to me. A car that I've been wanting to get is like an S13, S14. Fix that shit up. I think it's a
K-swap it.
Yeah, I would definitely, just because I know I have a lot more experience with that motor.
I know a guy.
Do they have a kit for it?
Not yet, but
I think when I talked to him, he said he was working on something.
Brian's got a lot of things in the works, like a lot of.
You heard it here first, guys.
I didn't say nothing.
K series.
I'm just kidding. It's coming out. It's $799 for the complete kit. Oh, you're gonna have to use this BMW Getrag.
We're gonna have to force him to do it, bro. So
no,
Hasport S14 K-swap mount kit coming soon.
And then maybe I'd be more into the S.
If it was,
you know what? It's so weird that I really was big into drift for like mid 2000s. So like
really?
2000s. Yeah. Like we would go out to Formula Drift events and stuff like that, and I even sort of know Jared Deanda because he lives in Gilbert. I met him out in Vegas, and then we did stories with him when I at the TV station in Phoenix.
Really?
And I see him randomly at SEMA. Like, what's up?
That's dope.
But yeah, like an S series or like a FCRX7 with an LS swap is just total boner kill. But if I see it with like a K swap, it makes no sense, because performance wise, it's a killer setup. But for some reason,
you were never into muscle cars.
No,
got you. Because that's what
I mean. Unless you count like the General Lee.
I mean, yeah, but
like no, it was either race cars or like Lamborghinis.
Yeah. If it were me, if I was to build a car right now, it would be an S14 with the Rocket Bunny Boss kit, the one with the rear bumper delete, K-swap, Passport mounts, Rye-wire harness, Downstar everything, shave and tuck the bay. I know if I gave that bay a look, and then threw some ideas around with Ryan and RC.
Just think about the amount of space in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll kill it.
Wrap, son.
It'll be a wrap for real. We'll kill it. But I mean, with that is it takes time. And, time is the only thing that I don't have like abundance of, dude. Like I have other shit that I have to do. I don't like to be. I don't live that life anymore.
You're a family man.
Yeah, dude. I'm not wrenching all night till 1 a.m. trying to do shit. And that's why that project's just still chilling right there.
I mean, that's when I have to do my stuff with the kids. Like when I put the coilovers on Project Dadmobile,
Yeah.
It was a week of as much work as I could do between like 9 o'clock and 3:30,
Yeah.
and then get a couple hours of sleep, and then try to figure out my day.
Yeah. I feel you, and I don't want it to seem like I don't have any time, because I do have a lot of time, and if I wanted to, I can delegate more time to something. But with that comes like other stresses that I kind of don't want to deal with either.
Oh, for sure.
Of building a car, making sure, even especially when you put like a due date on something, or a release date, or a show that you're trying to make it to. I'm not trying to do that shit anymore.
I was just trying to make it to work the next day.
Yeah.
I'm at Walmart at 4:30 in the morning looking for a certain Allen key.
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't have this?
So, you moved to Phoenix.
Yeah, moved to Phoenix.
How did you end up linking up with Brian from Hassport?
Like I said, me and my friend Sean, we work on our cars and stuff, and we just start talking about, if we had a thing, we'd call it Nacho Speed Garage.
Mm-hmm.
We like nachos. We like Taco Tuesdays. We like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so we just started talking about that. And one day he saw a post Brian made on AZHT.
Gotcha. That was pretty popping, right?
Yeah. We would always go like there, like like RC was on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's Jose with the CRX. He has like all the CRX parts.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people think that him and RC are related because they have the same last name.
Jose, I'm not sure if I know.
He's got a white Type R now. He had like the Regas on it at that IBOC meet when they debuted that they were coming back.
Got you.
Yeah, and Sean saw a post on AZHT, and Brian was looking to do some car videos. Like, that's what we do. Me and Sean both work at the TV station.
Okay.
So, do car videos, of course. So, he messages him, we go meet up at Denny's by Hassport.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're sitting there waiting. We go on our dinner break from work, and up rolls the yellow CRX with the supercharged K24 hanging out of the hood, big ass wing. And look at Sean, I was like, I think that's him. Yeah, we just talked, like, instantly clicked and vibed. Like, he's about doing stuff.
Yeah.
And so are we. So we hooked up there and we started doing Nacho Speed Garage.
Now, what year was this?
And in 2010.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I think. I don't know, it kind of blends together. It's 2010 and 2011. And we started doing stuff. And we were shooting it more like, back then, more like an actual TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So we would do like a couple different segments and then upload whatever, a 20-minute video to YouTube. So it got bogged down a lot in production. Because, we do the project, we work on the project, and then make that into one part of video. Instead of like now with VTEC Academy where, each part that we can make some progress and we can turn the video out, we'll put it out.
Mm-hmm.
So we can get people,
more content, the better.
The want for stuff, especially like the K-swap stuff, is insane.
Yeah.
So, we started doing those videos and it really wasn't doing that much. We spent so much time on it. And we even added like upstairs at the TV station, there was like a small production studio, kind of, like with a green screen and lights set up. And we would go in there after our shift at whatever and work at like 12:30 to 3:30 in the morning. And we would shoot news briefs about, random Honda stuff. Just to get more stuff because all the real stuff that we wanted to be putting out was just taking so long.
Mm-hmm.
And then that kind of died down. Me and Brian kind of kept it going a little bit, and Sean kind of got busy with other stuff. And then, then Honda Tuning died. So I called Brian. He's like, "You see this?" He's like, "What? We should try to move in kind of to that role for the community. What Honda Tuning was with our video show, and then we hooked up with Aaron Bonk. He wrote like the K-Swap books.
Yeah.
And he was a big freelancer for Honda Tuning.
He was the editor for a while, right? For Honda Tuning?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he was before Matt.
Yeah, I was working, or he was working at Skunk 2 when I first started coming up, because I ended up getting sponsored by Skunk 2.
Yeah, you were in that couch video.
Yeah, through Aaron. I'm pretty sure that he was the connect that got me the sponsorship. Went over there, did a whole video. The car was like everything Skunk 2. And
were you Skunk 2 certified?
Yeah. I have my plaque still. It's one of the gold ones. It's probably like number 5 or something.
You need to get a fat chain and just put it on there.
I'm trying to get fucking Dave on here, man.
Oh, get him to call him all up here?
Well, I mean, I'll go
you'd
down.
be like, I'll go to your place.
I'll go there.
I know you.
You know?
Yeah.
Just to get him on here, because Dave's crazy, man. He has a lot of stories, and he's not afraid to share them, dude. So.
Oh, yeah. I've hung out with him at SEMA.
Yeah.
One of our craziest nights was a Skunk 2 night.
Let's hear about some crazy SEMA stories. It doesn't have to be that one, but what comes to mind?
Well, really, the first crazy thing that it just blew my mind that this Honda shit got us to where we are. And, I'm not anybody. Like, I'm just doing some Honda videos. I think it was it might have been like the first time that Honda Pro Jason was Honda Pro Jason.
Yeah.
like corporate Honda was like full on with him. Like, he had a spot in the booth the first time we went there, like to do meetings and stuff, but they weren't like about it, And I think it was him, or maybe we got him through Matt.
Mm-hmm.
We got into the Honda party, and we had the unlimited drinks.
The wristband?
Yeah. I tried to get you drinks, and you were like, "No, I'm good." I tried to get a KA dude. Yes, I'll stick a Red Bull.
You're trying to get Frank the Tank out.
Yeah, I was trying to get everybody out. I was like, dude, this is like a superpower. It's nothing for me to hook somebody up with. That was the Honda party. Yeah.
At Tao.
I don't remember. It was the Tao one. Actually, it was there for a couple of years. But yeah, like everybody. And then we were in like the booth, like the VIP section, like it got us into over there, and we come out and try to hook people up with drinks, because you can go from bar to bar, just unlimited drinks, and just hand them out to people. And then we go back to the booth, and we have the bottle of Grey Goose, and we were pouring our own drinks. Like, it was like the server, she wouldn't come around quickly enough for the amount that we're drinking.
No way. Wow.
And this was, I think, we might have still been Nacho Speed Garage then too. And so yeah, and then they're like, say, for a lot of these parties, they stock the pond. So they bring in local models.
Yeah, I remember if it's this party, or this year, they brought like 100 girls. They just came.
We didn't even get invited to this year's.
No, I mean like.
Oh, the one you're talking about?
The one that you're talking about.
Yeah, all right.
It was a Honda party, and it was at Tao, and I remember seeing like literally like 100 girls come walking in. They were just walking in.
Yeah, they just kind of like lined the VIP.
Yeah.
With, I don't know where they get them. Probably from UNLV.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to hang out? Get free drinks. Here's $200 or whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, we ended up taking the bottle from the booth next to us. It was like I don't know what company they were with, but they were older and they were richer.
Yeah.
And they were richer because they were still talking to the talent.
Yeah.
Like, we were married. Actually, no, I wasn't married yet.
Yeah.
But, we're there for cars and free drinks.
Yeah.
And we ended up taking their pot. They didn't even notice.
Really?
They killed that pot. They killed all these bottles of goose. And then we ended up walking from there all the way down to the Formula Drift party.
Where was that at?
All the way at the other end of the strip.
Oh, shit.
It was cold as shit. And Brian's like, you were talking a mile a minute. And like the whole time, like doing these. Just like, you know what, man? I fucking love this Honda shit, man. Like, yeah. Like, I was like, you know what? I do this for free. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
My son got a paycheck yet. So I should it.
Brian said, oh, okay.
But you know what, though? Brian, you know, he's a real one.
Yeah, he is.
Like, and, you know, it's so funny. Like, when we hooked up, it was just like instant. Like, I may as well have known him for like the last 15 years.
He's a rare one for sure, man. He's an OG.
Yeah, and plus he's so bad at encouraging like pretty much any idea you come up with, unless it's total horrible idea. But yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Yeah. Can we do K-swap mounts for S14? Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah, a couple times, and after every time, it's be like, what, next year we're not going to go to these things.
Yeah, right.
But it's so much like, because a lot of these people you don't even see all year round.
Yeah.
You know, especially I'm not even in the industry. I work TV news.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't get to see everybody. I don't get to go to every show. I don't get to go to all the track events like I want to.
Yeah.
Because I got to go do bullshit work. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah. So once you get out there, and especially when you hook up with certain people that got the hookup.
Yeah.
And you know you're coming back to the hotel room at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, man, SEMA's the shit, dude.
And we didn't even make it to Peppermill for breakfast. We went straight from the club.
No way. Smelling like alcohol and shit. One time we went to, I think it was Dre's, and it was an industry party. I forget who it was, but one of my buddies worked at Snap-on. Well, one of my buddies worked at Snap-on. So when the old dudes from Snap-on left at like 10 at night or 11 or whatever, my buddy's like, hey, come to the booth. They left us. So we go there. There's still mad alcohol and shit. And I don't drink, but I'm just like, dude, now we have a section. We're chilling. And then I invite some of my boys over. Guys from H-Day, Eat, Sleep, Race. And we're chilling right there. And we have a pretty nice section. And then there's champagne. And we're just like, hey, is anybody going to drink the champagne? Because it's free. Like, no. So we fucking start shaking it up and spraying it and shit.
You're on the Formula One podium, like,
That shit was so fun, dude. It was me and Brian from Eat, Sleep, Race, dude. And we're just fucking.
Did you get it on video?
No.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
I
like
know,
in the
man.
background of the club and there's the bottles.
After that, they told us, hey, don't do that again. So we're like, okay. And then we just waited a little while and we did it again.
I had a feeling you were going to say, yeah, we did it again.
What the fuck are they going to do, dude? Just kick us out? All right.
All right. I had no money in this anyway.
I'm ready to go to bed anyways.
That's why I was handing out as many free drinks as I could. Yeah. Whoever I knew. Like, oh, I saw you on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. You're a Honda, right? Yeah, you like, do you want some? I'll just go get them drinks.
Yeah.
They can cost me anything. And if they kick me out, then already I had a great time. Just
I love
off of this
going,
Honda
man.
shit.
It's like networking heaven, you know? Make so many connections over there.
So many people blow smoke up your ass, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can work with you. One time I got invited to a special dinner and disinvited to the special dinner in like 2 sentences.
No way.
Oh, yeah, you and Brian were going to do this thing. I was like, well, Brian went home. Okay, yeah, I'll let you know where the spot is.
And that's it.
Oh man, I'm still on all the same places you communicate with me outside of SEMA.
Yeah.
Somehow you forgot to tell me, huh?
That's how it goes, bro.
Brian went home.
Especially making plans at SEMA, dude. Everybody has something going on.
Oh yeah.
I always like this last year. I took all the podcast stuff, and I'm just like, oh, we're gonna get so many podcasts. Like, nobody wants a fucking podcast. Dude. Everybody's out partying.
Dude, I podcast in Vegas.
Yeah.
But, then I'll go out too. But
Yeah.
like, if I can, like, you don't always get invited to the cool guy parties.
Yeah.
At least I don't. You probably do. But like, oh, Frank.
I mean, I'll just be there, dog. I'll make my way in anyway.
Dude,
I'll figure it out.
the H-Tape.
That shit was sick, huh?
So sick.
It was good, man. Shout out to those guys. If anybody listening, if you guys aren't familiar, they had like a pop-up meet.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, it was Taco Tuesday. I forget what the hotel was. Silverline? Something like that? Silver some shit. It was off the strip. Well, like at the beginning of the strip.
Yeah, just a little bit south.
Yeah, but it was dope, man. I mean, they always throw a good event. You know, they had the tents out there. They had a DJ. They were giving away free stuff, and it was sick. I had a great time, and I hope they turn that into a tradition for sure.
Dude, Javier killed it.
Yeah, he did. Great job.
Dude, he's so cool.
Yeah, I love him, man.
Every time, even if he doesn't know you, he'll dap you up. He'll smile, ask you how you're doing. Like, he's real.
He's an OG. And that's one good thing that we brought the podcast equipment this past SEMA because we got to sit down with Javier.
I listened to that one.
Yeah. Only thing is I wish it was longer. And hopefully this year we could get a follow-up episode because there's a lot of stuff that we didn't get to dig into. But he's a triple OG, dude.
Yeah. You know what? Every time I try to listen to the podcast, when I can, it's got to, before it was going to YouTube, it had to be on the thing. But every time it's a Honda dude,
mm-hmm.
I see it. It's like automatic click. So I listen to that one for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
I listen to some of your other ones too, but that's automatic. I'm so touched. I'm a bad Honda guy.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I know how it is because like even with the Joe Rogan podcast, I don't listen to them all because there's only ones that maybe it'll stick out. Like, oh, maybe I'll watch that one because it's one of his buddies and I know it's going to be funny or this is someone I've been wanting to hear. But there's a lot of other podcasts that I listen to as well. So I'll just be switching around and see which ones.
But yeah, now that it's on YouTube though, it's way easier. So, I've listened to a lot more of your stuff that maybe it's like a local Oxnard person that I didn't know before or whatever. Now that it's there and I can listen to it while I'm at work, right? Because a lot of the stuff, where I work now, you have to sit in the newsroom
Mm-hmm.
instead of like an edit bay where you have your speakers. You have to wear headphones the whole time. So that's how I can listen to it all day.
Yeah, and we wanted to do videos forever, dude, but it was just to upload them.
Mm-hmm.
The internet here is ridiculously slow because it's like AT&T and Spectrum hasn't come over here and they need you to like 3 people to sign up to be able to, get all the places with Spectrum or whatever. So we're still dealing with that bullshit.
Just take it down to Calabasas and use the Wi-Fi at the Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, right? I need to get a stronger Wi-Fi or something, dude. But so at my home, I was fed up with it. So at home it was faster, but still it would take me like 5 hours to upload a podcast because they're like 2+ hours. You're talking like 8-10 gigs to upload to YouTube.
What do you export? I could probably.
Let me show you after this.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably doing it the wrong way, saving the file the wrong way.
Well, not the wrong way, but there might be another way to get to the file a little bit smaller.
Yeah. Either way, now since I got faster internet, it takes probably like an hour, hour and a half to upload, and I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
I if I get into a routine, into a schedule, into like a groove, it's easy. Like say last night, right? So last night it was probably about 10 o'clock at night. I needed the pod to be up today at 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm doing now is editing the whole entire thing. So I put the video, intro, outro. So it's all like a YouTube video. And then I save the audio and then I'll save the video. So I'll save the audio. And as soon as the audio is done, then I'll start uploading that to SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll start saving the YouTube video. Go chill for like a half hour, come back. Oh, the video's done. And then I'll upload that to YouTube, and then I'll just leave it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm copying whatever we wrote for SoundCloud, putting that to YouTube. So, dude,
make your thumbnails.
Bro, it's like an hour, if that, to get the video up and to get the everything edited and the commercials and shit. So we're in a pretty good space right now, and I'm super excited for it because it's like moving really well now. So But I just didn't think that there would be that much value in a YouTube video. But then I guess coming from your spot,
That's like the second largest search engine. It's like second most used search engine on the internet is YouTube.
Yeah. And I've always wanted to get on YouTube and be able to have like a poppin' channel, and then I'm just thinking like, well, I don't have no time.
You got some cool shit on there though.
Yeah, I try, man.
I like the stuff you did with what's his name? Right Hand Drive Kevin? Is that
the documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope. That was in 2016. Early 2016. That was before the shop. Okay. So while that was being filmed, we were still working out of home. Mm-hmm. So I wanted it to make it look like it wasn't that, but it was.
It looks sick.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely time for another documentary pretty soon, man. A lot has changed since then, But, I mean, since we have the YouTube channel, we have 2 podcasts a week. Each podcast is over an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's going to help the YouTube channel grow a lot because the people watching, consistency, and they're going to watch for longer rather than if it was just a vlog or something like that. We can get somebody to watch the podcast for like maybe an hour,
Plus, you just got to get your tags and your descriptions popping.
Yeah.
So you'll show up and people that would want to see it.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure that stuff out.
It's a tough code to crack.
Yeah.
Because some stuff that we do that I think is awesome, like for sure going to smash, be like 2,500 views.
Yeah.
Something random that took half a day to do and we threw up, 100,000. Like,
yeah. I just know from these young YouTubers that all it is just consistency. And that's kind of where our strong point is, knowing how to take it to that level and just keep feeding it.
Well, plus I don't know, it's really good for you because you have, I don't know, like a lot of those vlogger style stuff. Some of it's super popular, but it doesn't have any value.
Yeah.
So they're getting paid. That's great value for them. That's sick. I wish I could get paid off of, doing stuff and
just hanging out.
Yeah, and just be able to do whatever I want. But I think what you're building, it is a slow build, so it's cool to have. I mean, it's perfectly fine to have, this many views for this many times and this many episodes gets this many. It's gonna have value for people.
It's gonna turn into something where these old episodes are gonna start blowing up because people are just gonna look at our backlog and say like, "Oh shit, Joey Lee was on here."
Who? I'm just.
They're gonna go back and watch that video, and then it's gonna get to that point.
I watched it,
and yeah, that was a dope ass one, dude. That's still #1 episode.
Really?
Yeah. It's like the streams itself is like maybe 2,500 or something, and then under that is Mickey from Throttle, and then Luke from Fort Piston. That was a smash right off the bat. But those racer dudes, they're dedicated, bro. So
and plus, just having that in the title for Piston, people are looking for that shit. Like, they're gonna be like, they saw, what's his name just smashed on whatever World Cup finals with the 4-piston engine. Mm-hmm. They want to look. That's the kind of stuff that'll really get eyes.
Yeah. So it's gonna be dope, man. I'm not really looking at it as far as like making money from it because I know it's just going to be a slow cook. Mm-hmm. So right now, all I know is I just got to keep feeding it and one day.
Plus the money that you're making from it probably isn't directly from it.
That's my plan is to add more stuff to the merch, things like that and just grow it in that way.
And plus I think it shows so much of like what you're about. And what you are, Downstar. So, like, people get into who you are, and that kind of like that mindset thing. It's gonna sell Downstar.
Yeah,
it's not. It doesn't have to be directly. I got this many views on this podcast on YouTube on this podcast. Now I can go get this sponsorship or whatever.
Yeah.
It just takes. It doesn't matter if it's 250 people or 250,000, as long as it's the right 250 people watching it.
Yeah. And then we're always advertising Downstar on here, so if we can get people to check
I love that. I love that commercial. I was gonna ask you to do a commercial for Midnight Oil.
Dude, I would love to, man. If
I need you to bring out that character and just and I'll just put it because I'm gonna start turning the Midnight Oils into the podcast. Like right now, we were at our max on SoundCloud on our free account. We're gonna go to the paid.
Yeah,
and we're gonna start. It's just a lot of stuff for me to edit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. It'd be so sick. I got Mark McKenzie from Honda Street Garage. You know, he plays guitar. He's fucking sick. He did a couple guitar licks. I made it like an intro for his podcast with random sounds sampled from different things and Mark playing guitar. So it would be so sick. Just drop in an ad or whatever.
If you were able to paint a vision for me, like when I recorded that, I just locked myself in here and I was just saying random shit, and then I just cut it up, and then just started layering shit, and it just came out perfect,
dude. Because it's fun.
Yeah, I love it, especially audio. You know, audio. People don't understand, but you can tweak it however the fuck you want to tweak it. Like, I don't know if you ever heard that one that I did for Bolt Friday when it was coming up.
For 2019?
For 2019, where...
Of course I heard it.
It sounded like the helicopter.
The shit was legit. That's what I'm saying. So, this could be like a spin-off of your podcast. You start doing podcast commercials for other podcasts.
Yeah, put me on Fiverr or something.
Boom. I'll spend $5 on that.
I need to
got change for a 20? Just kidding. I got $20.
I need to do visual commercial though for YouTube, because right now I'm just using the audio from that commercial and just having the Downstar logo, you know, just right there as it's playing. But I think if I know I would be able to film a commercial and the audio would sound good and the video would look good, but I just need to get that like motivation, you know, that idea in my head. And once I get the idea, boom, click it. Like, did you ever see the commercial that we did for Bolt Friday, like 2017, where it was
it the retro one?
Yeah, the retro one with the step by step. Dude, I love doing shit like that. It's so fun, bro. Just when that vision becomes reality.
No way, you're creative. I wouldn't picture that.
It's there, but sometimes I gotta just grab it by the horns, dude. It's hard to just make it vision come out. You know, I see it in my head, and to make it happen, it's two different things. So when everything comes together and everything aligns together, it's perfect, bro. I love it. That's like success to me.
Yeah.
You know? I love doing it, man, and so I love doing this podcast.
I didn't even know that there was nothing on the screen because it's playing in my browser while I'm editing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I didn't even know that you threw the logo up.
I mean, to do that one, I think that I would like. It would be hard to put visuals to it just because it wouldn't match up. Like I feel if I did another commercial, it would have to be like with visuals and audio in mind, because I don't know how I would put visuals to that. It hasn't clicked to me yet. Plus, I want to try something new.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, go figure.
Yeah. New kind of commercial.
No, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, dude. But the YouTube part of it, that was something that I wanted to do all of 2019. And come 2020, I was like, dude, let's just do this, bro.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Just do it.
Just do it. And
because it's good. It's good. I get value from it.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. What's an episode that you listen to that really sticks out?
The Javier one was really good.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
And plus, I mean, it just showed growth.
Yeah.
And maturity. And a lot of people look at Honda guys and they don't realize grown ass people, man.
Yeah.
We do real things. Just because, you know, they see, you know, a hatchback from the 90s and think it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one stands out to me. Man, put me on the spot.
Sorry.
You're sorry. Yeah.
Making this all about me. This is your
podcast, no. Like the ones that's it's our pocket. We're creating this together.
This is.
So no, the other one stands like more recent ones stand out to me just because it's fresh in my brain.
Yeah.
Like the one you did with Ryan
In Japan? That shit was sick, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a pain in the ass to bring the stuff over.
It wasn't super bad. Plus, I knew that like Ryan would be down. Like he's a natural, bro. That's the third time that he's been on the pod, and it just flows so well. Like I wish that he was closer, so he and I could have our own podcast, and we could do like a weekly thing. You know, structure, talk about this, and that, or whatever every week. You know, I think that would be really cool. Ryan's fucking amazing at it.
Yeah,
but that episode, dude. So we recorded that and edited it and uploaded it probably like an hour before it needed to be up because of the time difference and stuff. So we did it, and after that we finished and we went to go eat. And later that night, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning Japan time. There was a 5.0 earthquake, dude. And I just wake up, I'm like, what the fuck? And Ryan's like, dude, it's an earthquake. And it was a legit, like, California feeling earthquake, bro.
So what did you just roll over and go back to sleep?
Yeah, I was a little tired, bro. I was like, fuck it, dude.
Like, we stayed up. I don't think this is falling down anytime soon.
Yeah. It didn't feel super violent. It was just like, it was there, though, for sure.
Yeah.
And that didn't make it into the podcast.
You got a real JDM experience.
I did.
You got the earthquake.
Yeah. And I was super close to getting the fucking coronavirus, too, because that was when that shit just started popping off. I was right there, bro.
Oh, man, that's far away. That's China.
No, that should
Wuhan.
float. That should go float over, man. We were too close for comfort. And I did end up getting sick, too. But that was like in the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
I got the slow cook corona. I got the corona.
You made it past the 2 week.
Yeah, I'm past the threshold. I'm good.
We think unless the virus is mutated.
Hey, that shit's crazy, bro. Those numbers that they're giving right now are bullshit.
You think that I have not seen a whole bunch of stuff?
So what do you know?
That?
Give us some behind the scenes.
A lot of people think that the numbers we're getting aren't at least the numbers out of China aren't legit. But even those numbers are kind of high now.
Yeah. And if those aren't legit.
But like as far as us in California being or in the U.S. being affected by it,
yeah,
it's so small. It's so small. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
Compared to the flu, we have more people. How many thousands of people died of the flu this year?
Yeah.
And we got how many people dead from the coronavirus?
Well, when you put it all into perspective like that,
and that happens every year.
Yeah.
People be dying from that.
Yeah.
Like, but we were just kind of like, flu season, get your shot. Oh, this person died. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. You know, one person has it in L.A. and one person has it in San Diego. It's a pandemic.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Fucking swine flu, bird flu, fucking squirrel flu, whatever kind of flu that they have.
But, you know, that's what people are talking about.
But in China, that's a different story.
In China, maybe they're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah. Shit's scary over there, man.
Yeah, just
sad, dude.
Just make sure your iPhone's from a certain time beforehand so you don't pick it up. Hello?
Just quarantine it. Just put it in rice. Put your phone in rice for a little while. It'll be good. But yeah, I mean, it's all jokes over here, but in China, some serious shit going on, bro. They're still in fucking lockdown, man.
Yeah, and I don't even know.
Scary.
But the thing is, people have gotten over it, too. It's not like it's a death sentence.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, we don't even know everything about it.
It's just 2020. That's it. You know, this is how it's going now. So before, it was like every month there would be something, right? We're in 2 or 3 things in a month. Because at the beginning, what was it? Iran?
Yeah,
right?
Well, the thing is that people's attention span, like, they're always looking for the next thing.
Yeah.
To either talk about or worry about or get outraged about. And I don't know. The news, a lot of the time, it's just a reflection of people who are watching.
You think so? That's your cop-out?
No. I don't even get to choose the story. I just edit them.
Yeah.
But, you know, we show a lot of dumb stuff and a lot of stuff that's not even that big of a deal just because we got to fill time.
Yeah.
Or, you know, this many viewers asked about it or whatever, or that's what's coming down from ABC National. Like,
yeah. I think everybody's to blame, to be honest.
No, I got the coronavirus.
No, it's all good, bro. You'll live.
Probably.
You're Russian. It's all good.
My girl was born in Belarus.
So you were born in Chicago?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
Cook County is in a suburb of Chicago.
Gotcha. Do you ever go back?
Not that often because nobody I know still lives there. Like the family that I had there, we all live in different places now. The friends I had there, they all live all in different places. So, not as much as I'd like to, but man, it does feel good. It does have like a home feel to it when you go there.
Does it?
But so does Minneapolis. Well, I was only there for 2 years.
Hmm.
Minneapolis is dope. We had a good group of friends, and there's always something to do there.
Did you listen to Atmosphere?
Well, yeah, like in the 90s.
Yeah.
But, yeah, mostly there. I was into, like, the pop punk scene.
Got you.
And, Prince was still alive then, so he was a big deal over there.
What is it, Lake Minnetonka or something?
Lake Minnetonka. Cleanse yourself in the healing waters of Lake Minnetonka. And then he made us pancakes.
That was the greatest fucking show ever, dude.
Dude, I can watch any sketch from that right now and just still laugh
So
my ass
good,
off.
man. So good. I haven't seen it in so long. I hopefully it comes to like a streaming service.
It's on ComedyCentral.com or the Comedy Central app.
You can watch it there for free? Really?
I think I've never paid for it.
Oh shit.
I don't know if I signed on with our cable or provider.
Gotcha,
or internet
gotcha.
provider, but
Yeah.
dude, I don't know if they have all the sketches. I feel like I've watched them.
I even have them on DVD, but DVD's so fucking ancient.
Rip that DVD and just throw it on
Put it
wherever.
on my phone.
Yeah,
Put it on YouTube.
if you can find a DVD player.
I got a VHS player right there.
Oh,
No
man.
DVD. Oh, it does. The little TV has.
See, you got the Magnavox, Toshiba, Memorex.
I wish people in the podcast could see this shit because this is like way more entertaining than this is.
Yeah, it's a sick setup.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, dude.
I want to be like this when I grow up. Get a VTEC Academy.
Hey, bro, this shit really didn't even cost that much. It's just you have to have the vision and you have to know, like, okay, well, what can I do to make a wall or whatever? It's not that much.
Well, Brian built his garage mahal at his house, so we could shoot there.
Yeah.
He's got a couple different garages at Hasport where he can shoot.
I really hope that he takes the Midnight Oil to the next level. Having maybe even multiple cameras and things like that, and having like a stage for it, because the information that he's putting out is invaluable, bro.
I think the biggest thing for it is the audio quality.
Yeah.
It's kind of hit and miss right now, and I think we're gonna get that straightened out,
Dude,
very soon.
and if you guys got a setup like this, bro, I'll show you how it's done. After, it's fucking simple, dude. This just records onto an SD card, and it's just an audio file, and it's just different. It's a different file for each mic. So this session is going to have its own folder, and then it's going to have 2 files in it, which is each mic. But it has up to 4 mics that you can hook up to it, and the audio. I think the audio is passable. It's good.
Yeah, yours looks sick.
With me, thank you. With me, what I want to do is do more of the video stuff, but I can't justify more time to the podcast unless it starts being more of a business. You know what I mean? To be able to take time away from working more than I already do to focus on editing and things like that. But if I can do it knowing that I have a sponsor or that the YouTube views are right there, then that's going to be the time that I kick it to the next level. It's just stages of things. Just going through the motions, man. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I think maybe this time next year, we're going to be in a totally different situation.
Well, I think also it just depends on your editing setup. you could do it all, shoot it all yourself. You know, just like we are now with 3 cameras, and depending on what editing program, you can sync the clips all on the thing, and you can say 1, 2, 3 at different times. Just do it live. You watch it one time, do it live.
That's the thing. If I can do that now, but then I'm gonna have to sit down for a 2-hour episode. Cut it. Okay, take this one, and make it one linear kind of thing.
No, but you don't even, depending on what editor you use, you don't even have to do a cut. You just hit 1, 2, 3.
Okay. You're going to have to put me onto that.
So whichever.
I want to figure out the easiest way, most time efficient way to do a 3-camera setup.
I mean, the most efficient would, of course, be to do it live.
Yeah.
But then you have to have somebody.
I have to have somebody here, somebody who's watching, paying attention. My own Jamie. I would need to have my own Jamie, like I was saying.
Or on like your mom's house, you got to have your own blue band, right? Because the original guy was red band.
Red band.
Yeah. The second guy they called blue band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But then doing that, I have to have somebody who's down with the hustle. You know how fucking hard that is to find somebody to do that. Especially then I'm going to have to start paying them. Then I'm going to have to justify it as a real business, you know.
Well, the thing is, you could either do time or you could do money.
Yeah. No, you're definitely right. And if I have to try it out one day, you know, buy 2 other cameras. Maybe
you don't even have to buy them. You could use your iPhone with a lens, even just set up a thing.
The thing with that is that the iPhone and like a Canon camera or whatever, they don't record long form video. Like
how long can you?
With the iPhone, I'm not sure. You know, if I get a call or if I get a text or something,
do not disturb.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather just get 2 more of those cameras, just call it a day. You know, have it set up. One's right there, and then have all 3 video clips.
Yeah.
And then just try it out one day, just like just a test one. Mm-hmm. Try it out and see how long it actually takes me. Mm-hmm. And because you can even see with the audio too. When I'm talking, my audio is going to be spiked, and when you're talking, yours is going to be spiked. So I can kind of fast forward to that, cut it there. But the best way to be is if there's a third person in here switching at that time, and then once it's done, then you're good.
Yeah.
So, but I would love for this to turn into a second business where I can justify spending time like with an employee on it and doing it. 'Cause that would be dope, dude, to be able to give like the best presentation as possible. Mm-hmm. But as long as the conversations are good, man, we have a good platform right here.
For sure.
And just build on top of it.
For sure. So
I wanted to get into something. Your accolades from editing, from being a news editor. Academy Award.
Oh, no, I got a couple of Emmys. Yeah.
Tell me about that, dude.
Oh, it's from a while ago, too, because depending on which kind of place you're working in, you do different kinds of work. Yeah. Well, it came in... My first one was in 2008, and my last one was in 2012.
So how does that even work?
But the thing is, I did so much work on stuff that had won Emmys in the past in Phoenix, but you have to pay to submit. Because, you know, or else people are like, oh, you got to pay for your award. No, not really. You got to pay to submit so you don't have everybody thinking they can enter all their shit in here and see what sticks, because it's a lot of stuff to watch and, and go through and judging. There's a whole thing where it gets sent out to a different market, and then they have this whole set of rules, the stuff that criteria for that category, and then for that thing that you kind of check off to see, you know, did it meet this? Did it meet this? Did it do this? How well did it do this? And then they decide whether or not you have enough points to be to earn that Emmy. And you know, you could have multiple winners in a thing because you're not really competing against other people in your category. You're competing against a standard.
Got you. Okay.
So, yeah, in Phoenix, dude, I was making $8.50 an hour. So I would go judge those for the free lunch.
Wow.
They would go get pizza or whatever, and you spend a couple hours watching stuff from Tampa or New York or Seattle or whatever, judging that year in whatever category you had. So that's kind of what that is. Yeah, it was cool. And like each region, it's broken up into regions for news broadcast.
Yeah.
So they have like a party and an award ceremony and whole thing where people wear tuxes and suit and ties.
And you went to that?
Yes, I went. I think I only went to one. I think because you also had to pay for it's a whole thing.
Got you.
But yeah, it was sick. One, like the first year I submitted, I got nominated, but I was all like, yeah, it's bullshit if I didn't win. I just took my nomination, stuck it up in my edit bay with a thing through it, where other people have theirs framed and whatever. But yeah, the second year that I submitted, we won one, I think, one or two. I don't remember.
Do you have a physical award?
Yeah, I got two of them sitting on top of my refrigerator at home.
What does it look like?
Just like the ones on the National Emmys.
It's got the horn or whatever it is?
No, it's got like the round base.
Okay.
And then it's got like this, I think it's got like this woman, and then she's got like these wings that kind of look like, almost like Chargers, the Chargers logo.
Okay.
And then it's holding like this sphere with these circles in it that have balls on it.
No way. And it says your name on it?
Oh, yeah.
And it says Emmy.
Yeah.
So Emmy Award winning.
Yeah, you know how much that extra pay that gets you?
What?
Jack shit.
Hey, it's good for the title of the podcast, though.
No, yeah. I'm an award-winning video editor. But no,
that's cool though.
It's a cool experience to have, especially during that time. Other stations were mopping them up because the corporation that owns them would pay for all their submissions.
Mm.
So you go see the same people keep winning over and over and over again. And we had to pay for ours out of our own pocket.
Got you.
So
what does that run?
Well, you pay to be a member,
mm-hmm.
and that's a yearly fee. I forget how much that was. I think it was only like $50 or $80, $90.
Okay.
And then to submit was if you weren't a member, it was like $150. But if you were, it was like $120, something like that. So for a couple of years, I just joined and
a few $100
submitted. Yeah,
gotcha. That's cool. That's really fucking cool.
Go get to hang out with the. It's so funny working in TV news that you work with a lot of really good-looking people,
mm-hmm.
especially like female reporters and anchors and stuff.
Yeah,
and you don't know them. Well, you know what they do, but you don't know them as that person on TV.
Yeah,
you know them as whatever. She did this script, and now I'm cutting it or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's interesting going out to places with them and seeing how people like the general public react to them. It's
like a Tommy Lauren or something.
She was in San Diego. She was on One American News.
Really?
I don't know if she's back on there.
I heard
she went to ASU too, I think.
Really? I heard her on a podcast, and I was like, dude, I like this girl. And I was just like, damn, this is crazy. You see people in different lights, and you're like, wow, I don't think that person's crazy. But then you see them in another light, and you're like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
I bet that happens a lot, though, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
A lot of people are just characters.
Oh, well, once they get to, like, whatever, they get to the national things where there's kind of like a talking head.
Yeah.
That's the only way people pay attention to them.
Yeah.
Like she was on Fox News. That's their type, is a hot, young blonde chick. They're all the things.
Saying some crazy shit.
So the crazier, the more attention that particular person will get and blow up their brand.
So what do you think about someone like that Gayle King? She did that interview with I believe it was Lisa Leslie.
I didn't see that. I didn't see the original edit of that video. I saw a lot of people. It made a lot of people upset.
Yeah.
And then I saw I saw Snoop Dogg's video on it, and then I saw his last video on it where he kind of walked back some stuff because
he just went too disrespectful.
Yeah, and plus, like, from what I didn't see the interview, but from what I understand, it was the way that it was put together kind of portrayed it in a more harsh light.
I don't know. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I don't see how it could be misconstrued. You know, it seemed like it was one full clip, and it was, of course, it was just a section of the interview, but she really seemed like she was pushing for like Kobe to be. And guys, if you don't know what this is, Gayle King did an interview with Lisa Leslie from the WNBA, and they're talking about Kobe Bryant, and the first thing that, well, not the first thing, but the thing that she was focused on was his alleged rape case back in 2002, 2003, and she's asking Lisa Leslie about it, which was one of Kobe's friends, about it, and she's just saying, should this be, should we be focused on this or what have you? And she says, well, I never seen that happen. And she's like, well, you wouldn't see it. You're a friend of his. So she was like, he's still guilty in the court of public opinion. And I mean, I really didn't feel like it was a right time, or really classy. Like, you being in that industry, did that seem like business as usual?
It's hard to say because a lot of that is shaped by the producer who puts it together.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know when you see it on TV, it looks like it's one cohesive piece, even if it looks like it's conversation, but it's all chopped up.
Yeah.
So maybe it was something that she harped on, or she kept revisiting because she wasn't getting the answer she wanted, and then they put that all together as one thing to make it look like she kept going back for it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was like, I haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
But did you see? I did see the comedian. You saw that?
Yeah. Was it
Ari Shaffir?
Ari Shaffir? Oh my God, bro! Like, that dude better watch his fucking back, man.
Yeah,
that was a raw one, dude.
And I on one hand I get it because that's what he does with all these things, but when it's a certain level of person that's affected a lot of other people, you kind of have to maybe not have to go balls to the wall with your stick,
Yeah, I mean, look, I get it being a comedian, but it wasn't a joke. It wasn't funny. The things that he said, it wasn't framed in a joke. There wasn't like a punchline, because I like dark humor, and I'll laugh at stuff that like I shouldn't be laughing at just because it's like, I like dark humor, but that wasn't even a joke. The things he wasn't saying, he's like, I'm happy that he's dead because he's a rapist. It's like, that's not even a joke, bro. That's not even funny, and Joe Rogan, which is one of his really good friends, he said it right. He's like, you know what, it's bad what he said, but I'm kind of glad that he did say it, so he understands that, look, there's a boundary. You pushed it too far, and now you have to deal with the consequences of what happens because of it. And hopefully it doesn't turn into anything physical, but there's a lot of people that are very passionate about Kobe and the effect that he had on their lives. And for someone to just be talking reckless like that just because he thinks that, oh, well, I'm a comedian, so I could say whatever. It's kind of like, you can say whatever you want, but you can't control how people react to it. And when you touch on something that is so passionate, like the passing of Kobe Bryant, bro, there's going to be a lot of people that are not just going to send a bad tweet.
And plus, also because it wasn't just Kobe Bryant who died.
Yeah.
So it was, he just did his hot take shtick way too early. Way too early, and it just wasn't in good taste.
Yeah, man. It's just, I don't know, man.
But he also has a lot of other issues too.
Yeah, that too, and that's something that Joe touched on. Is he says that he's really not even mentally there, and I don't like to wish bad on anybody. I don't really subscribe to cancel culture. I just really hope that he learns from this lesson, and this is this is going to be a rough lesson to learn from. And that's why I always like to say, dude, a smart person learns from their mistakes, but a wise person learns from the mistakes of others. Mm-hmm. So if you're in that field, that pushing the boundaries, you know, look at what he's going through right now and what his career is probably going to look like for the next few years. This is going to damage him.
Yeah.
Really badly. So, I mean, I always try to learn from other people's mistakes. You know, try to put myself in their situation and try to understand where they were coming from and try not to make those same mistakes. And I hope that people saw.
Well, that's a pretty easy one to not make.
Yeah, right? But hopefully people can look at mistakes we've made in the past.
But then again, I don't know all of his other.
I never paid attention to him.
Like his other obituary things. Like, like the Pope's dead. Fuck the Pope. Like, you know, like, so.
I think that there was ones that he even did about Ralphie May, which was one of his good friends. And I don't know, man. I can't even just see that. Like, make fun of your friend who died. But then comedians, they live by a totally different set of rules.
Especially when it's between each other.
Exactly. So, but if it's funny, it's funny. But that wasn't funny. It wasn't a joke. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't even that I didn't find it funny because I admired Kobe. It just, there wasn't a joke to it, which that puts it in a totally different light. Like, okay, when somebody passes away, if you make a joke about them that's like too soon or dark or whatever.
It just depends. It also just depends on the joke. There really was no joke there.
Yeah. And there was some other jokes that people said that were kind of like too soon, but it's kind of funny, you know, and that's comedy. But just, I don't know, man. Just people, you push the limit as far as you can, and sometimes you get to that line and you cross it, and you're like, oh, you just dial it back.
You're like, oh, I guess that didn't work. And the thing is that unless he's got severe repercussions, he's not the type of person that would go, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that's what, basically, you can mess up like that, but if you don't own up to it, a lot of people won't let it go.
Yeah. And I could see that shit following them forever. You know, even like in the restroom, I have that picture of Kramer, you know, and I was using the restroom earlier and I'm looking at that picture and I'm just like, dude, Kramer flipped out that one night and haven't heard anything from him.
Well, he's kind of been forgotten. Like, there was nobody took Seinfeld off the air. You know, like when Roseanne had her stuff.
Yeah.
They lost all that syndication, which went out the window.
In fucking like 12 hours, dude.
She fucked up her paper.
Yeah.
But, you know, Seinfeld's still on the air. You'll still see it on syndication on every market. You'll still...
But that's the collective.
He also showed contrition. You know, that's versus... Ari's not showing anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, he was on I think he was on Curb Your Enthusiasm after that, too.
Oh, he was? So did he did like an apology?
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever seen that. But even the whole cancel culture stuff, that's not real, you know.
It just depends.
If you take it to that far.
You know, I've been doing it before it even had a name.
Yeah.
You know, I'd hear about, you know, whatever does this. I don't have to mess with it. I choose not to, you know.
Yeah, but then you see like OJ still has a Twitter and he's just around just living his life. You're like, OJ, this is crazy. I look at the world we live in as like a movie, dude. I swear to God. I just like, what's gonna happen in the movie today? I'm excited for it. It's like, I can't take things seriously, bro.
Dude, working in news started in Cinco de Mayo 2000. Mm-hmm. So, damn, I'm coming up on 20 years. Well, wow. I had a little break there where I was just doing a lot of freelance. But, yeah, pretty much I've seen every story. Like, it's very rare that something's new. You know, like,
yeah.
There isn't. It's just people's fucking up. Basically, that's what a lot of the news is. It's either if somebody did something awesome,
yeah,
and or somebody did something funny that went viral, but most of it's just people that fucked up.
Yeah,
you know, like some dude murdering homeless people in San Diego.
Damn.
Or, it's a car crash, or somebody drove off the bridge and crashed down on this meat.
Yeah.
Like, it's always...
Damn, I remember that. That was in San Diego?
Yeah. That dude in the pickup truck.
SA kind of party.
It was down in Barrio Logan, Chicano Park, I think. That's what the name of the park. It's right there.
Sad, bro.
Oh, you don't know San Diego, but there's the Coronado Bridge, which is like that kind of iconic bridge in San Diego that goes from the city over to Coronado Island. And
it was like some lowrider kind of meet or something.
I think it was either a lowrider or it was like a biker.
Yeah.
And dude was drunk, drove right off the thing and crashed down on top of people.
It's fucking sad, dude.
But it's just people fucking, like, it's so easy not to fuck up.
Yeah.
All you have to do is think about other people once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, would you ever drive drunk if you thought about other people?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly thought about other people. Not just like, oh yeah, I know there's other people out there. People wouldn't.
I think thinking is the biggest thing.
But they don't. They only think about themselves.
Yeah. No, you're totally right, man.
I see it all, like, every weekend. I drive to work at 2 o'clock in the morning, which is right at last call. I see a lot of drunk people on the road.
Yeah.
There's hardly anybody on the road, but probably upwards of 50% of them are impaired.
Yeah.
And people just don't think about anybody else.
It's a shame, man. It definitely is, and I think that's a problem with society.
And on that note, let me tell you about these VTech Academy videos. No.
That's what I want to hear about. So, if finances were not a problem, you said, look, Aaron, you can do it. Everything, anything that you want to do for VTech Academy, what is your vision?
For VTech Academy, it's project videos, it's how-tos, it's a SWAT Bible. It's we're working on making that a real deal to make it so I can be in Phoenix more and actually be overseeing different shoots and projects and stuff, because a lot of the stuff now we have a good crew in Phoenix that help Brian out, and Brian helps them with their projects and stuff, but I don't get to. When we were doing Nacho Speed Garage, we were very focused on getting good audio, getting all the shots, getting cutaway shots, explaining stuff when they needed to be explained, and we're moving towards more of that with VTEC Academy,
Gotcha.
Except where it's for everything, and we will finish projects. Right now, almost every single time we upload a new video, they ask about the Budget K EF video series, where it's been 2 years since we had an update on it, because the video that we shot of it goes up to a point, and then the video that we shot after that point went into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Where I can't put it together. And I was doing all the videos up until that point because the people putting it together for us either didn't have time for it or whatever. People have lives.
Yeah.
So we're working towards being able to actually go through our projects completely, because we have a lot of project cars right now. We have the CRZ. We have a couple L15B swap fits. We have he's going to put the L15B7 swap into a lot of cars. That's the SI engine.
That's what he's been telling me about.
Yeah. There's going to be the Type R swap videos. We're going to finish like the budget EGK swaps. We're gonna finish the EF swap. We just got to figure out how to get it done so it fits with the story of the build, because we don't have that car anymore. Yeah. But we're gonna try to figure out a way to shoot it. The guy is in close to San Diego, but with my work schedule, is really tough.
I feel you, man.
Because, like, just to come up to here, we were talking in January about it, doing it, and you're like, oh, yeah, when you go, there's, whatever, this for the kids, or, like, basically it fits in to what I can get done on Thursday and early Friday. Because by Friday night, I can't come back late, because then I'll be completely worthless at work, and if I'm completely worthless there, the shows don't get on.
Yeah.
So we're working towards being able to get more content up, more consistently, more.
Yeah.
And I think that that's gonna be good, and we're gonna get the podcast going, like full-time uploads on SoundCloud, and get that on. You'll have to show me how do you got it on
definitely.
Apple Podcast.
Yeah, it's just on SoundCloud you have the RSS feed, and it's basically just putting that on iTunes, and then Spotify you want to do it on that. It's very simple. Just takes time for them to approve it, but you're talking like maybe a day or so, maybe even less. But once you do that, every time you upload to SoundCloud, it automatically sends it over to those. I'd love to see that, man. I'm excited to see where the channel goes. I'm excited to see your growth, and hopefully all these projects come to fruition,
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So if we could get half the people that slide into the DMs asking for help on their projects to share a video,
yeah,
we would already be. I would already be professional VTEC Academy producer, editor, multimedia.
Isn't that funny, right? If everybody that liked the picture,
it's like
commented or like shared,
or just because they'll ask very specific stuff. And we will tell them what they need.
Yeah.
Exactly, to get their shit working. And then some of them, I'll be like, look, we have a website. We have a post that has all these parts on it. Go there. And then I'll be like, yeah, I saw that, but I went and bought this wrong part anyway. Okay, well, we can figure out how to make that work. And Brian will have to handle a lot of that, because he knows it forwards and backwards.
Yeah.
Where I know it forwards to a point.
Yeah.
But he's about getting these swaps working in people's cars with whatever they have. Sometimes if it's not the ideal situation, you can help them rewire a harness or repin a thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if we could just get half the people that ask us for help to share a video, then that's free.
Guys, we need your help.
Share that shit.
Show some love, man. Dude, it was so good to have you in here, bro.
Thanks.
Let's chop it up.
It's good to come here and check out the shop.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We're about to go do a little walkthrough right now.
Oh yeah, and hopefully I'll turn it into a thing where this will be the first one in like a series. Though we go and say what's up to whatever.
Yeah.
And, do it up.
I love it, man. So for everybody listening right now, where can they watch, subscribe, like, follow?
We are VTech Academy on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We don't do too much on Twitter, but we're on Twitter. We're on LinkedIn.
Nice.
So yeah, just hit us up there. People, just check out the videos, share it if you like it, if you get any value from it. Just share it. Even if your friends aren't car people, maybe somebody will see something that they can use.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of value in that, guys. If you're listening right now and you're on social, no matter if you have 100 followers, 50 followers, like sharing and supporting a brand that helps you out, that really helps out a lot. And I know you guys put a lot of time and dedication into it. And I know it's going to stick. It's that grind.
Yeah, for sure. Because, what? And Brian hasn't made a cent off this.
Yeah. I
haven't made a cent off this. And we've been doing it for a while, but we're going to crank it up, and we're going to get this, because once forums went away, so there's a lot of bad information out there now.
Yeah.
Because I put this head on this block and it was fine. Well, cool, but you didn't have this VTC, and now this guy you told it was cool with is just ate his valves.
Yeah.
Like, cool, dude.
And now it's going to be a reputable site to get info from.
We're about this Honda shit.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Brian eats, sleeps, and drinks Hondas. When I go to his place in Phoenix and I stay there, what do? We go shoot Honda stuff all day. He's working on his Passport stuff all day. We shoot the Honda stuff at night. We go back to the crib. We watch Honda videos on TV.
Yeah.
We're editing the Honda video. Like, we
love it.
Eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff.
I love it.
Because, dude, anything we can do to help people do what we love too, dude, it's sick. And I think, you know, the more people that spread that, in the future, we'll get good value from our stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, be watching out. We're going to do that spot Bible. It's going to be sick.
I love it, man. I love everything you guys do. Real enthusiasts. You just have a passion for it, and it's easy to see, man. And I wish you guys the best, and anything we could ever help with, we're always here. But thank you for stopping by. Thank you for making time. I really, really appreciate it, man. And it was a good combo. I love it.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
Hell yeah, it's dope, man. Those are the best combos.
But I mean, that's how it is. Every time I see you, it's easy to talk.
I try, man.
But you know, not everybody's that easy.
Yeah,
not everybody's that easy.
I try, dude. It's I want to make you feel comfortable, and I want to make you feel like there's a value in it. You know.
Oh, for sure. Even just seeing you, you know, whatever at your booth at IBOC, 2 seconds, dap it up and whatever.
I love it, man.
It's sick.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for stopping by once again, guys. Make sure you check out VTEC Academy. And what's your personal Instagram? If that's anything that you want.
It's not really a thing because my personal Instagram is mostly kid stuff,
there
just
you go.
Jokes and
shout out to the family too, man.
Oh yeah, dude. That's why we do all of this stuff.
You're right, bro. You're definitely right.
That's why I get up at 1:30 in the morning every Saturday and Sunday morning and go there.
Hustling, man. I love it too. Aaron, thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man. Guys, once again, Downtime with Downstar, episode 143, and we out. Peace.
Peace.